Good morning, friends. Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Myself, Jivan Bhosle from Team BVKS. I welcome you all for on behalf of Bharatiya Bima Karmachari Sena and Mumbai Insurance Institute for this wonderful session on fire insurance. I want to say thanks to our beloved General Secretary, Mr. Dinesh Bovate, and all office bearers of Mumbai Insurance Institute. I also want to thanks Mr. Sachin Loke for all the support to arrange these training sessions. Our today's faculty is our very own Anil Jadhav sir. Anil Jadhav sir has vast experience in insurance industry, right from marketing to claims and all underwriting. Sir is currently working as senior branch manager at Powai branch under Mumbai RO2. Without wasting further time, I request sir to take over and start his session. Thank you.
Thank you, Jivan sir. I welcome you all for this session on fire and consequential loss insurance. Basically, we have been conducting classes for last 10 to 12 years since online exams have started. That is MCQ type of examinations. We have been conducting classes for last 10 to 12 years, and a lot of candidates have been benefited with these classes. Am I audible, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay. I think everybody is from different companies like New India, Oriental, United, and National. Am I right? Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So my first suggestion to all of you: see, we follow different practices in our individual companies like New India, Oriental, United, and National. The add-on covers which are available in United may not be available with New India Insurance, or the coverages which are available with National may not be available with United India. Right? So when you are appearing for this exam, what you need to understand, the answers which you will be giving in the examination should be from the triple I books only. That's one thing. Everybody clear?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So while writing examination, you need to concentrate on only triple I books. 99.99% questions comes from the triple I books only. Nothing comes from the outside. For at least fire subject I can, because I have been taking fire lectures for so many years. So maximum questions, 99.99% comes from the triple I books only, except that Bharat Griha, Sukma and Laghu. So these are the three policies which have not been still introduced in the triple I books. So for that, the material which is available on IRDA site that can be used. In today's session, what I'm planning to do will be taking all the three products, that is new products, Bharat Griha Raksha, Bharat Sukma, and Bharat Laghu Udyam Suraksha policy. Along with that, first we'll start with fire policies. What I propose to do is perils which are covered under fire policy, and then we'll see explosions which are covered under fire policy. After that, we'll see conditions. Then we'll see add-on covers which are covered under standard fire and special perils policy. After that, there are some general rules which are very important from the examination point of view that we will discuss. After that, I propose to do declaration policy, which is very important, escalation clause, which is very important. Then industrial office policy will do. After that, I am thinking of doing a loss of profit policy also. And after that, we will take Bharat Sukshma, Laghu, Griha, and Sukshma Udyam policy. Am I clear on what we are going to take in this lecture? Any other, what are the things which, if you are interested in learning, so that you can share with me? Is it okay what we are going to take today in today's session?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Just tell me one thing. How many of you are appearing for the first time? You can message in the chat box. Are there any candidates who are appearing for the first time, or you have already appeared for the exam in the past, and this may be a second or third attempt? Those who are appearing for the first time can message in the chat box Yes, I'm appearing for the first time. Okay, Rupesh, Vijay has. So Rupesh, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what was your experience about fire?
The fire is a very easy subject, sir. So for the point of view scoring.
Yeah, fire is. Yeah, you express your views. Rupesh, you can carry on.
What, sir?
Rupesh, what I'm asking you,
Yes, sir.
your views on the fire paper last year or I think this is your third attempt. So past 2 years, the questions were asked from the textbook only, or there was something extra outside the textbook?
No, sir. No any questions outside the textbook. Only we are getting question from books, and when we launch the new product, Bharat Extra System and
Lagu.
Lagu,
Lagu.
so they are common product for fire insurance. So we are asking question from them.
Okay, great. So basically, the questions which are asked in the examination, there are some concept-based questions and there are some memory-based questions. Like like sugar is hazardous. Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hello. Now let me come.
Yes, sir. I'm audible, sir.
Yeah. So what I'm telling you, the questions which are asked in the examination are like some of the questions are concept-wise questions will be asked, and some questions there are you need to literally know each and everything, like which are the category 1 stock, which are the category hazardous goods for spontaneous combustion, which is the most hazardous stock. So these are the questions like. After that, which state comes under which earthquake zone? Am I right? These are the questions which they have been asking in the past. Am I right? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. These questions have been asked for last time also.
These are the
regarding
questions which
earthquake
have
zones.
been asked, which there is no conceptually we can clarify the things, but you need to buy out those questions. Like which are the stocks which are covered under stock 1 category, which are in category 2, category 3, category 4. These are the things which you should learn by heart. After that, which state comes under which earthquake zone. These are the things which you should know, right? So we'll start our lecture session on this. First of all, this question they have asked in past so many years. Fire insurance has been defined in the section 2 of the Insurance Act 1938. Every alternate they have been asking this question, so this may come this year. I think this was asked last year also. So you can expect this question. The section 2 of the Insurance Act 1938. Fire insurance has been defined in the section 2 of the Insurance Act. This is 100% question which has been asked or they have been frequently asking. Okay, so you can note down which section? Section 2. Okay. A subject matter of insurance. See, fire insurance is given for when we now I'm talking about SFSP policy only. Yeah, we are not discussing Bharat Griha's Laghu or Sukma policy. We'll be discussing only SFSP policy. Okay, so what is the subject matter of insurance for the fire? Anybody?
Any material, movable or immovable.
Any property which is on the land. Land-based property we are covered. Am I right? See, if you don't respond, basically we are not offline, so I'm not able to see your responses. So for the answering, you can unmute your mic for the giving answer, and then again you can mute. Okay. So basically, in fire insurance, what do we cover is the land-based properties, and properties can be covered into. Properties are covered into these 4. Any subject matter of fire insurance should be divided into 4 categories. That is, first will be building. Then second will be furniture. FFF means furniture, fixtures and fittings. Then stocks will be stock under processed, finished good stock, and plant and machinery. So any even if you are underwriting any fire policy in fire department, you will see there are the 4 columns under which we have to bifurcate the sum insured to fire department. Okay. Then the fire risk. Fire risks are classified as social perils, natural perils, and miscellaneous perils. Can anyone tell me social perils?
RSMD.
RSMD, right? That's who's that?
Sir,
Hello?
Swatipal.
Yeah,
Sir,
great,
it's
ma'am.
Swatipal. So thank you.
Good, ma'am. And now natural perils. Which are the natural perils?
Earthquake, volcanic eruptions,
STFI.
Great,
floods.
great. Good one. Good one.
Thank
Then miscellaneous perils. Which are the miscellaneous perils?
Sir, aircraft damage, impact
Equipment
perils.
damage, impact damage.
Impact damage, aircraft damage. These are the miscellaneous perils. So sometimes what these people do, they will give you a peril as a natural peril, earthquake they will give you, or flood, inundation, or these are the types of perils they will mention in the question, and they will ask you which type of peril is this, that is social, natural, miscellaneous, or other peril. So you should be able to answer. The session which I have designed for this today's interactive session is from the textbook only. Normally, when I take lectures for a scale 1 to 4, it's a different lecture. But for 13.2, normally what I have decided this time, I will go as per the textbook. Okay. So this is the one question which they may ask you, which is social peril, natural peril, or miscellaneous peril. Then fire insurance is subject to Insurance Contract Act 1972. The fire insurance contract is governed by the General Law of Contract, that is Indian Contract Act 1972. Offer and acceptance. Offer comes from whom? Offer comes from the insured. And then it is accepted by the insurance company. Please, somebody's mute that mic, please. Offer comes from the insured and then it is accepted by the insurance company. So in case simple acceptance, immediately we have asked the insured to pay the premium. Okay. Some of the cases we put some conditions in the proposal form, like some excess we put, or we put some warranties in the proposal. When the offer comes to us, we put some warranties or some conditions. Okay. So this is the offer and acceptance. Then consideration. Consideration is the consideration from insured is the amount of premium amount. Okay. Then what is the consideration from the insurer? It is the policy which they give in return of the acceptance of the premium. Okay. Then agreement between the parties. Insurance policy is an agreement between the insured and the insurance company. Right? So insurance policy serves as an agreement. The legal competence of the parties to the contract. What are the legal competence of the parties? Can anybody tell? What is the legal competence of the parties? I'll give you one hint. Age, minimum age.
Sir, 18 years.
Yes, 18 years. Everybody who is entering into a contract should be at least 18 years or a minimum of 18 years age. Right? And the company which is entering into it should be a registered insurance company. Am I right? Then next is the legality of the contract. Any contract or any policy. Do you know we stamp our insurance policy? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
The stamp duty is same for all the policies, or it is different for all the policies?
Different for
Sir,
the policy.
it's a different.
Different for all the, like for PA policies it is different, it is for marine policy it is different, for hull policy it is different, and for the remaining policies it is different. So we stamp because it should be enforceable in court of law. So that's why it can be considered as a legal document. Am I right? So these are the some of the characteristics of the contract which are there in the textbook, which either one of them may be asked in the question. So you should know which are the five ingredients of the contract, right? Which are the essential ingredients in order to make it enforceable at the law. So this is done. Then basic principles of insurance. These are the basic principles of insurance. We'll discuss each and every principle in short form. That is utmost good faith. First principle is utmost good faith. Legal doctrine of the utmost good faith. They have been asking this question. Which is the legal doctrine? What does it mean? Whenever the insured proposes the insurance to the insurance company, he should disclose all the material facts. What are the material facts? Can anyone tell me what are the material facts?
Regarding property value and its count.
Right. The material facts are defined as the facts which influences the decision of the insurance company whether to accept the risk or not. The material facts, like if you are proposing a fire insurance, so what is the nature of the stock? What is the how old the building is? Furniture fixtures are there. Then what are the furniture fixtures are old? Or if it is a factory, then what is the manufacturing activity done in the factory? So which will decide the insurance company whether to accept the risk or not. A breach of this duty may render the contract void or voidable if the disclosure of the material fact, if insured doesn't disclose any material fact which he has not disclosed any material fact, and because of that any loss arises, then insurance company can avoid that loss. It means the contract may become void or voidable depending upon the nature of the breach. If the non-disclosure of material is material to the loss occurrence, then it will void the. Then they can deny the losses. If it is not material, then they can pay the losses. So utmost good faith is one of the important principle of insurance. The second is insurable interest. What is insurable interest? Insurable interest, it gives a legal validity to the insurance contracts and distinguishes them from the mere beggars. How to find out whether a person is having a legal insurable interest in the property or not? When a person benefits with the existence of the property and put to a loss with the loss or destruction to the property, is said to have insurable interest in that particular property. Like if I'm having a motorcycle and that motorcycle is lost in the floods, then definitely I'm going to suffer a loss. So when the property, then that motorcycle is there, I will derive the benefit of traveling from one place to another. And if it gets lost, then definitely the whatever amount I have invested or spent on buying that motorcycle, I'll be put it to the loss. So it is the right which right gives me to insure that motorcycle. Everybody is clear about the insurable interest?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then principle of indemnity. See, these are the four. In simple language, principle of indemnity means to put the insured in the same position as he was just before the loss. Am I right? The insured should not be allowed to make profit out of loss. This is the basic fundamental of principle of indemnity. So these are the four values, that is market value, book value, reinstatement value, and aggregate value. On these four values, they have asked questions in the past. So you should know what is the market value. This is the typical definition given in the book, which I have reproduced here. So you should know what is the market value. The term market value or actual cash value means, for insurance purpose, the cost of construction of similar building after deducting from the cost, depreciation based on age, usage, and maintenance. Understood, everybody? Market value, the current cost of reconstruction less depreciation depending upon the age, usage, is called the market value. Am I clear? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Please reply so that I'll be able to know whether you have understood or not. The market value, see, if a person is staying at X place, the value of 1 BHK flat will be 1 crore of rupees. But if a same area, suppose if it is a 500 square feet area, the value of that flat is 1 crore at A place, and the value of same area of the flat at the place B will be, let's say, 30 lakhs market value. Okay, but for insurance point of view, we do not consider the market value. So what do we consider for the insurance purpose is cost of construction. Cost of construction will be similar or same at both the places A and B. Okay, so then the next question, next value is the book value. Book value is the value of the property as indicated in the insurance books, books of accounts. It is arrived at by applying depreciation on the original cost of the property. This is the for auditing purpose or for the financial purpose. Every insurance, every organization is to submit their financial statements by the end of the financial year, and in that the financial records, they are maintaining their financial books by way of international financial reporting system. As per IFRS, they are maintaining their books. So the value which is appearing in the book of value will be different, and the value which we consider for the insurance will be different. So you should know the difference between the market value and the book value. Then the next value is reinstatement value. Reinstatement value is the value at which the damaged property can be reinstated or replaced by new property of the same kind without deducting depreciation. So when the policy is issued on the RIV basis, reinstatement value basis, this value will be considered the cost of reconstruction building. Then the agreed value. Agreed policy हम लोग किसको देते हैं? Is it okay if I sometimes between I speak in Hindi? Hello, please reply. Is
Okay,
it
sir.
okay? Is it okay for me? I think only one person is responding every time. Who is this? I think around 25 to 26 candidates are there. So I expect at least 6 to 7 people to reply. So agreed value policy, for what purpose we issue agreed value policy? Can anybody give me the example?
So it's for
So
the
agreed
And
value-
insurer
sales.
both are on some agreement.
For
Both insured and insurer having some agreement based on the value.
but what is the property? For whom we give a agreed value policy?
So it's for those where the
Workout
market
also
value is not
Sir,
ascertained,
how
or it has
Exactly.
to
Who's
be
that?
exactly.
Who? Great. Who's this? Who said that market value cannot be ascertained?
Neeraj Kumar.
Neeraj. Very good, Neeraj. So basically, where the market value cannot be ascertained, in that case, we issue an agreed value policy. For example, painting of M.F. Hussain, the obsolete machinery, or a vintage car. So these are the things where we are issue an agreed value policy. Am I right? This concept is clear.
Yes.
So from examination point of view, we need to understand what is the market value, what is the book value, what is the restatement value, and what is the agreed value basis. Clear? Then the next principle comes is subrogation. Subrogation means if any third party is responsible for the loss or damage, in that case, insured has to subrogate all his rights and remedies against third party to the insurance company, even before indemnification. Everybody understood?
Yes, sir. Yes,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. Then contribution. When the same subject matter of insurance is insured with more than 2 or 3 insurance company, in the event of loss, the loss will be shared in the proportion of sum insured of every insurance company. Am I clear? Is that clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. Then
Yes, sir.
proximate cause. Proximate cause is very important. This question, this proximate cause is very important from the claims point of view, because this is the main cause. Can anybody give me a definition? Do anybody knows what is the definition of proximate cause?
So it's the main cause which gives
Sir,
a
it's a
chain of
dominant.
events
One by one, one by
causing
one.
the incident.
This is the
So it's the
main
main
cause.
cause which gives a chain of events causing the accident or loss,
Right.
which is not affected by external forces.
Yes. Good, good, good. Great, great. Anybody else? This is the proper answer.
Sir, it's a dominant cause which arise. uh,
Which brings about the result.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. So it is the most active and efficient cause that sets in a motion a chain of events which brings about the result without the intervention of any force which has started actively working from independent source. So, which are for fire insurance, there are 13 perils, 12 perils which we are covering are the proximate cause. If the loss causes because of those 12 perils, then only we pay the loss. So proximate, we need to understand which is the reason or what is the cause which has caused the loss. Cause we can understand whether to pay the loss or not to pay the loss. If the loss has caused because of an insured peril, then we can pay the loss. If it has caused because of excluded peril, then we cannot pay the loss. Okay. Then policy form. These questions, this question may come. What are the forms policy form consist of? There are basically three forms of a policy. That is operative clause. Operative clause consists of preamble clause, limitations of sum insured, and perils covered. Then general exclusions, which we'll be doing in details, and general conditions. So if the question is asked, what a policy form consists of, the three clauses: operative clause, general exclusions, and general conditions. Okay. Then these are the perils. Before that, I will tell you which are the important topics from examination point of view. We should know all perils covered. Then exclusions, conditions, add-on covers, then tariff, all India fire tariff, then the general rules which are mentioned in the fire tariff. Then there are some special policies, floater policy, declaration policy, and floater declaration policy, and reinstatement value policy. After that, there is a topic called reinsurance. There are two topics on the claims. There is one question on reinsurance, then loss of profit policy, then industrial all risk policy, and lastly, we need to know three new policies which have been discussed. Now, these are the 12 perils which we'll be discussing in detail, each and every peril, and the questions which may come from the examination point of view. We'll try to concentrate on those perils only which are very important from the examination point of view. Okay. So this is the first peril, which is fire. I'll give you one example, and you have to tell me whether that claim is payable or not. I am running into losses. I own a factory. Okay. Everybody getting me now what I'm saying? I am running into losses. I own a
Yes, sir.
factory, and I set my factory on fire myself. Next day, I go to the insurance company. I tell them yesterday my factory has got fire, and I have suffered so many losses, say X amount of 20 lakhs, 30 lakhs, whatever amount. So whether this claim is payable or not?
Not payable.
Not payable, because it is not accidental fire.
It's called
It is
a
not
Willful misconduct.
willful misconduct. Exactly. So basically, what we cover under our fire policy is the accidental fire. What do we cover? Accidental fire from the point of view of the insured. If it is an intentional loss or damage, then it will not be covered. Am I right? Then,
Yes,
fire
sir.
policy doesn't cover any loss or damage caused to the property by its own fermentation, natural heating, or spontaneous combustion. Why don't we cover spontaneous combustion?
Because there are some materials which have their inherent
Self-ignition.
nature, they can
Yeah.
go for
Right.
spontaneous combustion. So it can
Exactly.
be recurrent accident every time. We can't cover every time.
we cannot cover, but it can be covered as an add-on cover by payment of additional premium. Okay.
Yes.
Then it is undergoing heating or drying process, burning of property insured by order of any public authority. I'll give you an example. A few years back, there was some case that kurkure, you know, the kurkure which is available.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So
Yes, sir.
kurkure packets were burnt. The government had ordered. There was some problem with those packets, so they were burnt. They had to be burnt. So whether such loss will be covered?
No.
No, no.
No, sir.
So this I give you a real life example. So it had happened in Mumbai, nearby Mumbai. So burning of property burning of property insured by order of any public authority will not be covered. Then next, this I'm taking in a little bit more because the question may be asked on this particular peril. Then if when the fire arises, we call for a fire brigade, right? So when the fire brigade comes, when fire brigade people are discharging their duties, there may be some further damages. Will it be covered?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. It will be
Yes,
covered.
sir.
Yes, this is important from examination point of view, that if they ask something, if any loss or damages caused by fire brigade personnel will be covered or not, so you should know that they will be covered. Besides fire brigade damages, smokes, scorching and falling of walls and damages will be these damages are also covered. If there is a fire, definitely there will be a smoke. You can imagine that, right? If there is a smoke and because of smoke, a new painting is to be done or something like that, there will be some scorching damages. So those damages are covered under our this fire extension. Okay, everybody clear? First, Kirill.
Yes, sir.
We'll move on to second. Lightning.
Yes, sir.
For lightning, what is more important? They have never asked any question on this lightning, but for academic purpose, what you should know, that is fire and non-fire damages are covered under lightning. Okay. Then explosion and implosion. This is very important. From examination point of view, this peril is very important. Explosion. A sudden and violent burst with a loud sound. Implosion, bursting inward or collapse due to external pressure. See, under this explosion and implosion damage, we don't cover the physical explosion of the property. Where the explosion took place, that boiler, if the loss or damage to that boiler is not at all covered under our fire policy, except domestic boilers. Like domestic boilers, can anybody give me an example of domestic boiler?
So pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker.
Pressure cooker is the best example of a domestic boiler. So only if just take example. There is an explosion. There is an explosion of a pressure cooker. What will happen? There will be explosion. There will be a damage to the surrounding property in the kitchen. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Hello. So under normal circumstances, the damages to other property like kitchen cabinet, ceiling, or walls. So damage to this property is covered, right? So basically, these damages are called as a concurrent damage. And what we cover under explosion, implosion is the concurrent damage. From examination point of view, you should know what is the concurrent damage. Am I right? Everybody got it? What is concurrent damage?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Thank you.
Okay, and except for domestic boilers are covered under fire policy, but explosion or damage, explosion to economizers or other vessel units, image generated or machinery or apparatus is not covered under our fire policy under this explosion and implosion. So this is very important from examination. What you should know, what is the concurrent damage and damage or explosion where it takes place is not covered under fire policy except domestic boilers. Clear? Okay, then aircraft damage. This is one example of aircraft damage. Is there anybody from Mumbai? Hello? Anybody from Mumbai attending this lecture? No? Okay. So under this, if what are the aerial devices?
Aircrafts, balloons, satellites, anything
Satellites,
which can fly.
Drone.
hot balloon, hot air balloon, Chandrayaan. These are called aerial devices. If any property, if any aerial devices falls on the insured property, then loss or damage to that property will be covered. What we do not cover under this peril is, tell me.
Sir, pressure waves.
Loss or damage caused by pressure waves is excluded under this peril. So you should remember the loss or damage caused by pressure waves will not be covered under this peril. This is from examination point of view. Then next is rise strike malicious damage. Under rise strike malicious damage, what we cover is the physical loss or damage to the insured property. I'll give you one example. There is a right in the premises, and the writers don't allow you to enter your shop or your office. As you are not allowed to enter into your office, you suffer a financial loss because you cannot run your business on that particular day. So whether this loss will be covered under this section? There is a strike called by the people, and you are not able to open your shop or office on that particular day. There is no physical loss or damage to your property. Only you are not allowed to enter your premises. You have to keep compulsorily your office closed or your shop closed, and you are not able to do your business on that particular day. You suffer financial loss. So whether it will be covered under this policy, loss of for that particular day?
No,
No, sir.
No. Only if the writers.
No, sir.
Only if the writers do any physical loss or damage to your property, then only that physical loss or damage will be covered under this peril. Okay. So next, moving on to storm, cyclone, typhoon. This everybody knows. I don't have to explain this. Storm, cyclone, typhoon, tempest, hurricane. Everybody knows that. Then this impact damage is very important from examination point of view. What is impact damage? Impact due to, just read this carefully. Impact due to rail, road, vehicle, or animal not belonging to the insured or occupier of the premises or their employees. We stay in apartments. I think everybody is staying in the apartment. For just give you an example. Now, can anybody answer? I think everybody who is listening here stays in the apartment.
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Almost everybody is staying in the apartment. So there is a compound wall or boundary wall to the building or apartment in which we are staying. Okay. So if there is a water tanker, there is a shortage in your building of water, and the water tanker comes to supply the water to your building. Okay. And that water tanker hits the boundary wall of your society, and that boundary wall is damaged. Whether this will be covered?
Yes, sir.
This will
Covered,
be
sir.
This will be covered.
Yes, sir.
Okay, everybody is clear about this, because that tanker is a third-party person's vehicle. Now, as a owner, you are residing in this particular building, and while taking reverse your vehicle reverse gear आपने डाला है, and you damage the boundary wall. Whether it will be covered under this SFSP policy?
No, sir.
No, sir.
It is not covered. So this is the basic difference we have to understand from examination point of view. Impact damage, loss or damage due to insured's own property is not covered. Okay. And here, railroad vehicle or animal, even if you are having any animal, and if that animal damages makes any damage to the property, it will not be covered. Okay. Subsidence, landslide, and rockslide, everybody knows. Bursting and overflowing of water tanks, also everybody knows. Missile testing operations, they may ask one question. The missile testing operations conducted by Government of India are only covered under this policy. Clear? If the it is conducted by Pakistan, will it be covered?
No, sir.
No, it will not be
No,
covered.
sir.
Okay. Then leakage from automatic sprinklers, you know, we visit our nowadays we visit our so many malls. Even now in Mumbai or metropolis cities, it is made compulsory for every building to have sprinkler installations in their buildings. So the sprinkler is a thing where whenever there is a fire, it will sense the heat and they automatically start sprinkling the water so that the fire which is there, it will be immediately extinguished. So this is the function of a sprinkler. But what is not covered under this extension is repairs to the sprinkler, alteration to the sprinkler, removal of the sprinkler, or extension of the building, sprinkler or known construction defects. This is not covered. Only accidental leakage is covered. Whenever there is a fire and if it starts sprinkling the water, then any loss or damage to the property will be covered. So now bushfire. Bushfire is covered under our fire policy, but forest fire and jungle fire is not covered. So far we have completed our perils. Any doubts in the perils so far covered?
No, sir.
No,
Yeah.
sir.
Everybody clear? So the important perils we have covered, and which the questions which may be asked on the perils, that also I have tried to cover all the things. Now these are the exclusions. From examination point of view, what you should know is the excess. So this excess you should remember it clearly. Up to 10 crore, it is 5% of claim amount subject to minimum rupees 10,000, and 10 crore to 100 crore, it is 5% of claim amount subject to minimum rupees 25,000. Now you will say, up to 50 crores, we issue Lagu policy. And above 50 crores, we issue SFSP policy. So examiner may not ask you a practical question, but if they ask a theoretical question in the exam, then you should be able to answer this. Up to 10 crore, excess amount is 5% of claim amount subject to minimum of 10,000. Ideally speaking, they will not be asking any question on this excess. Excess they will ask you in the Sukma or Lagu policy only. But if theoretically they ask you up to what is the excess applicable for 10 crores, then you should know this. Then what we do not cover is war and allied risks will not be covered. Nuclear risks, so we don't cover at all. Pollution risk. Do we cover pollution under our fire policy? The answer is no. But if you read the exclusion carefully, what does it say? Pollution caused by insured peril is covered. Pollution caused by insured peril. If there is a fire, and because of fire, if there is a pollution, then it will be covered. Then pollution, if there is a pollution, and because of pollution, if fire takes place, then it will be covered. These are the two very important lines. Pollution caused by the insured peril is covered, and pollution leading to the insured peril is also covered. Clear? Under normal circumstances, pollution is not covered. But in the textbook, it is given excluding pollution caused by insured peril is covered, and pollution leading to the insured peril is also covered. Am I clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
deterioration of stock in cold storage premises. Deterioration of stock in cold storage premises due to variation in temperature is not covered. What does it mean? You run a shop. You run a shop of ice cream. You run ice cream parlor. There is no electricity for say 5 to 6 hours, and because of that, you are not able to maintain the required temperature of the refrigeration system of the where you keep your ice creams. So in that case, loss or damage to the ice creams will lose its physical form. They all will get melt. So whether this loss is payable under this policy?
No, sir.
No.
No, sir.
So this is the exclusion. Deterioration of stock in cold storage premises due to variation in the temperature is not covered. Okay. Now this goods. This question is very important. This exclusion is very important. Goods or properties to be specifically covered. Bullion or unset precious stones, manuscripts, plans, drawings, securities, obligations, or documents of any kind, stamps, coins, or paper money, checks, books of accounts, or other business books, computer system records, explosive, curios or work of art for an amount exceeding rupees. If any loss or damage to this, if we have to cover all those things, then we have to specifically inform insurance company. Okay. In the proposal form, we need to mention each and everything. See, I have manuscripts. Along with the manuscripts, we need to supply a valuation certificate of those manuscripts or drawings, the cost of those drawings and other things. Then only it will be covered. Otherwise, suppose example, there is a painting of Madhuri Dixit painted by M.F. Hussain is there in my house. Okay, I don't disclose the value of that painting to the insurance company. I have mentioned there is a painting in the proposal form, but I have not mentioned the value of that painting. Okay, and there is a fire in my house, and in that fire, that painting gets burnt or that it gets damaged. Then I claim into the insurance company stating that cost of that painting was say 25 lakhs. So insurance company, if I have not declared the value of the painting in my proposal form or to the insurance company, so in that case, insurance company will pay me only 10,000. Okay, but if I had disclosed the value of the painting as 25 lakhs along with the valuation certificate, and the insurance company agreed to that value, then insurance company would have paid me rupees 25 lakhs in the event of loss to that painting. Is that clear? Goods or properties to be specifically covered?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Clear, na? So this question, this exclusion, you can expect one question. So next, dynamic clause. I'll give you one example. There is an office. And in office there are various 3 or 4 AC air conditioners are installed. Okay, because of short circuit, there is fire in one air conditioner, and after that, that air conditioner got fire, and that fire spread to the entire office, and the entire office got burnt in the fire. Okay, so now just tell me one thing. What is the claim? There is a claim for the building, there is a claim for the furniture, and plus there is a claim for the AC which got fire. So what is payable?
Without AC, everything is payable.
Except for the
Sorry,
first
there
AC.
was some echo, so I couldn't understand your answer. Can you repeat it?
Sir, the root cause of fire, which has emerged from the AC, that will not be covered, and the rest remaining
Sorry,
which has caused fire.
you are not audible, please.
Okay, just hold, sir. I'm audible, sir.
Hey, now you are audible. Go ahead.
No, sir, I'm saying that the root cause of fire, which has originated from the air conditioner, that air conditioner itself will not be covered, and the other damages which has arisen because of this fire will be covered.
Very good, very good. So, thus, in simple words, what we can say, the seat of fire is not covered, right? But the spread of fire is covered. Everybody understood? Where the fire is originated, that will not be covered, but the spread of the fire, the other content, that is building, furniture, fixtures, or some other things, it will be covered. Am I clear now? So this
Yes,
is
sir.
called the dynamo clause. The dynamo clause is also very important from the examination point of view. You should know that where the fire originates is not covered. The spread of the fire covered. For your practical understanding purpose, I'll give you one example. Is everybody with me?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
in Mumbai, there was one claim which was reported to our claims hub. You know, nowadays the piping which is done in the buildings or apartment is of PVC. In the olden days, it was of a metal, of iron. Okay, but nowadays it is made of PVC. The piping or the plumbing which is done in the apartments. Huh? So during Diwali, what happened? One of the firecrackers got stuck into that particular pipe and got damaged. and the fire took place there. One of the firecracker rockets, which we fire in the Diwalis, right? So it got stuck into those pipes, and those pipes got damaged because of their it stuck in that pipes, and fire started there. So the surveyor said, though damage to the pipes is not covered because of fire. So is he right or is he wrong?
He's right, sir.
He's right. Okay. Any other opinion? Any other opinion? So even if we are wrong, you can give an answer, no problem. Okay, no other answer. So without questioning, so that who's given this answer that the surveyor is right? So
Yes,
please
sir.
your name.
Myself, Neeraj Kumar.
Neeraj ji, what happens now? This exclusion is applicable only to the electrical machines apparatus, not for the general things. So where there is an electrical machine like air conditioner is there or fan is there, or it should be an electrical machine, then only the seat of fire that is not covered. This is the PVC pipe. There is no any electrical machine, right? So this will be covered under our fire policy, right? What does the seat? The seat of fire is not covered, but the spread of fire is covered. Any loss or damage to the electrical machine apparatus due to short circuit, arcing, electricity overrunning, lightning is not covered, right?
But sir, I have one doubt, sir.
Yeah, tell me.
So as you said, that this was actually caused, the fire was caused because of burning crackers.
Right.
And the cracker means someone is burned intentionally, sir.
And actually, it was accidental for the society.
Okay.
And see, people, the kids play at the downstairs. They were not aware that was not intentional. It was accidental. Whether that society has put there intentionally. Hello.
Okay, sir.
Okay, that's the reason. It is accidental, na? So there was no intention behind the kids or the whosoever was cracking the fires at the ground floor. There was no intention of burning that particular thing. So the intention is also seen here, and accidentally it got stuck into that pipes because of that big burn. Okay, so clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so moving to the next, debris removal, architect, surveyor, and consulting engineer phase. Debris removal up to 1% is covered under policy, but above 1% is not covered under policy. It is exclusion. Architect and surveyor fees in excess of 3% of claim amount. Up to 3% it will be automatically covered, but above 3% it will not be covered. Am I right? So this is examination point of view. See, what is the basically minimum debris removal covered under the fire policy? 1%, and architect fees 3%. If they ask me a question, or the debris removal covered without payment of additional premium is 1%, and architect fees 3% without payment of any extra premium, right? Any consequential loss, delay, any consequential loss by delay, loss of market, or other consequential losses are not covered under our policy. Clear, everybody? If you have any doubts, please ask.
Yes, sir.
If you have any doubt, you can definitely ask me. Then loss by theft during or after operation of interpreted. Theft is not at all covered under our fire policy, except as provided under RSMD clause. Okay. Earthquake, volcanic eruption, or other convulsion of nature are not covered under our SFSP policy. Clear? Is earthquake automatically covered? SFSP policy? No, it is an add-on cover. We have to pay some extra money, then only it will be covered. Okay? So the last question, this is very important from examination point of view. Displacement of machinery more than 60 days for repairs is not covered. What does it mean? So we have, everybody is having fridge, AC, or say television. Now we have smart TVs at our home, right? So now what happens if any of these electronic items are not working, we lodge a complaint with the manufacturer or the service station. Okay, the service station people comes to our home. If everything is okay, means if they can repair at our home, they repair the thing and go back. But if it is not repairable at home, the whatever sources they have got them, if it is not repairable, in that case, what do these people do?
So they will take to their
service station. They will take
station.
it to their service station. Okay. See, now you have taken a fire policy. You have taken a fire policy. You are covering the TV under your fire policy, right? Now, as it is not working, it is been taken to the repairer's place. Right? Now, that machinery or that equipment or that television is at the repairer's place, and something happens at that repairer's place. Fire, any of the contingencies which are covered under fire policy, those 12 periods: fire, lightning, explosion, impact, and rise, damage. If because of that, that television set gets damaged at repairer's place, it will be covered up to 60 days from the date they have been taken to the repairer. Clear? Have you understood this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Clear? Na? What does it cover? If the machinery is not working, and for repair purpose it is been removed from your place to the repairer's place, up to 60 days from the date of removal, it is held covered if any loss or damage occurs to that machinery or television set because of any of the insured peril. Clear? If it is the 61st day, the how the question is framed in this exam. See, a machinery worth rupees 10,000 was taken away from the insured premises to the repairer's place on 1st of January 2023. Okay, and a loss takes place on the 1st June of 2023. So whether it will be covered like that, they will give you the, they will not tell you it is on the 61st day, 62nd day, 63rd day, 90 day. Like that, they will frame that. They will give you the date of removal from your premises and the cause of death. So you have to understand whether it is beyond 60 days or it is within 60 days. If it is within 60 days, it is payable. If it is after 60 days, it is not payable. Clear, sir? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll move further now. See, now these are the conditions. These conditions are very important. In the past, they used to ask the conditions with the number. What is the condition number? But of late, last for 1 or 2 years, I have not seen any. They are asking conditions with the number. So, but we, as a examination point of view, we should know there are few important conditions. Like first is breach of utmost good faith. If there is a breach of utmost good faith, the policy will become void or voidable. Breach of utmost good faith means non-disclosure of material facts, as we have studied in the utmost good faith. Okay, this everybody understood? If there is a breach of utmost good faith, the policy will be void or voidable depending upon the breach. Then say, this condition is very important. This is also some questions may be asked on this: fall or collapse of the building. We are staying in a building or the property is covered under a fire policy, and the part of that property is fallen. Maybe not because of any insured peril, but some other reason. Maybe because of age, maybe because of some other reason. The part of the building collapses. The day when the part of the building collapses, from that particular day, within 7 days, insured has to inform to the insurance company that fall has taken place. If insured fails to inform to the insurance company, and in future, if any loss or damage is happens to the that property, it will not be covered. Everybody getting? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Understood, sir.
Yes, sir.
Everybody understood. If there is a fall of the any part of the building, not because of insured, if it is an insured peril, then definitely it will be covered. then he definitely will inform it to the insurance company that so and so peril has occurred, and because of that we have suffered a loss, so please pay the loss. But the fall or collapse is not because of the insured peril. Still, he has to inform it to the insurance company. If there is a fall or collapse of the building, a part of the building, he will inform it to the insurance company. Then, if insurance company doesn't take any action, it will be considered that it will be held covered. So, yeah, what you have to remember from examination point of view, insurance under this policy ceases on expiry of 7 days from the date of fall or displacement. Understood? Now, the next condition is material alteration clause. Insurance under this policy ceases on change in fate. Suppose you are using the building as an office, and next day you start manufacturing crackers in your office. There is a change, trade or manufacture, or you have taken a insurance of a factory and you stop manufacturing things in your factory, and it is silent for 30 days, more than 30 days. Then this is called a material alteration. Transfer of insurable interest. If you sell your medical shop to somebody else and you don't inform it to the insurance company, then this is a transfer of insurable interest. On death of the insured, property may be transferred to legal heir automatically or liquidator. Suppose I have a medical shop, I die during the currency of the policy, then definitely it will that medical shop will be considered as legally transferred to my wife. So in that case, we will not see there is a change in though there is a change in insurable interest, but it will not affect any loss or loss payable under this policy. Sometimes what happens because of default, there is a factory owner and he is not able to repay the loan taken by the bank. Okay, in that case, bank takes the possession of that particular factory, or a liquidator comes and that liquidator is the possession of that property. So this will not be considered as a material alteration in the case. So loss or damage to if the possession is taken by the liquidator or the banker during the currency of the policy, then and any loss or damage occurs to that factory, it will be covered. Clear? Material alteration. Here, transfer to legal heir is very important. That question they may ask you. Clear, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay, great. Now, marine policy. Now, tell me marine policy about marine policy. What does if there is a marine policy covering the same insurance property which is covered under SFSC policy? What would be the position? In case of same property is covered under marine policy, what would be the position? Please tell.
Claim will be paid within the marine policy.
Policy will pay the.
Yes, the first the claim will be paid by the marine policy, and if anything is remain, then only it will be paid by the fire policy. Okay, great. Now cancellation of, the policy can be cancelled by either parties. Either insurance company can cancel the policy or insured also can cancel the policy. When insurer cancels the policy, the refund of premium is on the if insured cancels short period during the currency of the policy. During the currency of the policy, if the sum insured is increased, then how do we charge the premium?
Pro rata.
During pro rata, and if there is a decrease in the sum insured, then the short period. Now I'll give you 3 examples. Do you know there is one risk called building in course of construction? Is anybody aware? Hello? There is one risk which is under tariff. जब building बन रही होती है ना, do you understand Hindi?
Yes, sir.
Hindi understands?
Yes, sir.
Because sometimes what happens, there are some candidates. Last time what happened, there were few candidates who were not able to understand Hindi. So what happens now, building in course of construction करके जब building बन रही होती है, when the building is under course of construction, we give a fire policy. Okay? And building in course of construction, we give a policy for 1 year. The fire policy period is 1 year. Am I right? On the 1st of January, we issue the policy up to 31st December of that particular year. Okay. But what happens in the June itself, that building is constructed totally. After 6 months, only 6 months are remaining, and during we have issued the policy for the 1 year, but the building is paid within 6 months only from the issuance of the policy. For the remaining period, we can, as the building is fully constructed, it is occupied by the tenants or the owners of the building. In that case, we can give a pro rata refund. We can give a pro rata refund. This is the one case. Secondly, government orders to demolish the building. Government orders the demolition of the building. The building is demolished. In that case, also we can give a pro rata refund of premium. Am I right? These are the two exceptions. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
This you should remember. It is given in the textbook, so read it thoroughly. Then duty of the assured cause, immediate notice. Whenever there is a loss, he has to give an immediate notice to the insurance company. Written statement of claims within 15 days of the loss. And within the 12 months, he has to complete all the insurance formalities, claim formalities. Then the rights of insurer or right of entry. Whenever there is a loss, insurer can enter and take possession of the premises without admitting the liability. Insurer cannot enter premises after claim is settled or withdraws the claim. Have you understood this condition?
Yes, sir.
Then fraud. If any claim is fraudulent, supported by the fraud documents, use of fraudulent means willful damage to the property, claim is not payable. If any loss or damage is caused because of the fire, and if it is come to the knowledge of the insurance company that this claim is a fraud or supported by the fraud documents, that claim will not be paid. Okay. Then next is methods of indemnity. Company may at its option pay the value of the property or instead or replace the such property, provided reinstatement shall be in a sufficient manner. Expenses are limited to the cost of reinstatement prior to the fire. Hence, insurance company can pay the claim on the market value basis. What is the market value?
Sum insured.
What is the market value? We have studied. There are 4 values.
So it is the cost of the construction of the same building.
Cost of the construction of the same building less depreciation. This is the market value.
Less depreciation.
And the cost of the reconstruction building is the reinstatement value. Am I right? Both the pictures clear now?
Right, sir.
So if insurance company can either pay the claim on the market value basis or reinstatement value basis, depending upon the circumstances as the insured requires. Okay. Then next is condition of average. This is very important from examination point of view. What is the condition of average? If sum insured at the time of loss, is less than the market value, it means the insurance is been taken on the lower side. So at that time, the loss which is there will be paid proportionately. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
At the time of loss, if the market value of the property is more than the sum insured, condition of average or under insured will be applied. Each and every item is separately subject to the condition of average. See, now the sum insured is 20 lakhs, market value is 25 lakhs, loss rupees 2 lakhs. Calculate the amount of claim payable. Can you calculate that?
Yes, sir.
So everybody is getting the answer, 1 lakh
Yes, sir.
60,000. So
Yes,
this
sir.
question comes. See, normally on claims there will be only 2 or 3 questions. One of them is this. Okay.
Yes,
Normally 2 or 3 questions comes on the claims part. So one question is this: condition of average. Okay. Then contribution already we have discussed. If there are more than 2 insurance companies, the loss will be shared between the insurance companies as per the sum insured. Subrogation already we have discussed. Now this arbitration subrogation all we have discussed. Hello.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Subrogation we have
discussed, sir.
Yes.
Yeah, discussed.
Now arbitration. Arbitration is very important from the examination. When does arbitration arises? When there is the liability has been accepted by the insurance company. Only there is a dispute between the insured and the insurance company is about the quantum of claim amount payable. In that case, only arbitration arises. Am I right?
Yes,
Right?
sir.
Right.
So
right,
normally
sir.
what happens, what examination point of view very important. You read the second line. I will read from the first line only. Insurance company has accepted the liability and there is a dispute between the quantum of amount payable. The matter will be referred to arbitration. Sole arbitrator is to be appointed if parties do not agree upon a single arbitrator within 30 days of any party invoking arbitration. The same shall be referred to a panel of 3 arbitrators. So 30 days wala jo hai na, 30 days is very important from the examination point of view. So this you mark it. Within how many days have to a second arbitrator is to be appointed? Within 30 days from the first party invoking the arbitration. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So you remember this 30 days. Rest of the things you will written communication. This is very important nowadays. In the olden days, we used to give a letter to the insurance company stating that whatever communication, whether you want to increase the sum insured, whether you want to decrease the sum insured, whether you want to cancel the policy, whether there is a loss. Previously, what used to happen? They used to send a letter to the insurance company, okay, and take an acknowledgement from the insurance company. But nowadays, now we have the facility of the email. So whatever communication we have to do with the insurance company, it should be always a written communication. It should not be I had told my development officer or I had called divisional manager on his mobile phone and I had informed. So these things will not work. So any communication regarding any of the insurance thing, change of address, claim, increase in the sum insured, decrease in the sum insured, age, or insurable interest, whatever you have to inform it to the insurance company, it should always be in writing by way of email or a letter. Okay. Now reinstatement of sum insured is very important from examination. But if the insured, on occurrence of any loss, informs he doesn't want to reinstate. See, tell me one thing. Whenever there is a loss, the amount of sum insured get reduced by the amount of claim paid. Everybody agree with it? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes,
when there is a loss, when insurance company pays the loss, by the amount of loss paid, the sum insured get reduced. Suppose there is a total sum insured of 50 lakhs. Right, at the inception of the policy, there is a loss of say 10 lakhs. Insurance company pays the loss of 10 lakhs. So, what will be the sum insured after the payment of loss? 40 lakhs.
40 lakhs.
40 lakhs, right? So for the 10 lakhs, it has to be reinstated to the original sum insured. For that, he has to pay the premium.
Yes, sir. Additional premium will be paid.
So this is called the reinstatement of sum insured. To bring the sum insured to the original sum insured after payment of loss is called the reinstatement of sum insured. This reinstatement of sum insured is optional on the part of the insured. If at the inception only, if he says, if at the inception of only he says he doesn't want to reinstate the sum insured, then insurance company will not deduct the premium from the claim amount. Normally, the practice in all the insurance companies that whenever there is a claim, we pay the claim, and from the claim amount we deduct the reinstatement premium. So if there is a claim of the 10 lakhs rupees and the reinstatement premium is rupees 1,000, then we don't pay the claim amount. We deduct the 1,000 from the claim amount and we pay the claim, and that 1,000 would be considered as a premium for the reinstatement of the sum insured. This is normal circumstance, but insured says he doesn't want to reinstate the sum insured at the beginning only when there is a loss. That for the remaining period he will be considered his own insurer for the uninsured limit. Am I clear?
Yes, sir.
तो यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चन आ सकता है वो है कि whether it is optional or compulsory. So what are the options which are given in the examination that you just study properly and give the answer. Clear, sir? Everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See now, from examination point of view, this spontaneous combustion is very important. See, there are 4 categories of the stop. 1, 2, 3, 4. So these are the whatever categories which are given in the textbook. Try to summarize that, memorize that, so that they have been asking one question on this spontaneous combustion wala, which is the more high risk wala kaun sa ya kam risk wala kaun sa hai na. So you should remember this spontaneous combustion, at least the categories which are given in the textbook, to try to memorize that. Okay. Then earthquake is divided into 4 zones: 1, 2, 3, 4. This also sometimes they have been asking Maharashtra comes under which zone. or Mumbai comes under which zone, or Tamil Nadu comes under which zone, Diu Daman comes under which zone. So try to memorize that also. What is the cover under bushfire? Under fire policy, bushfire is the included cover, right? Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Bushfire is
Yes, sir. Yes,
inbuilt
sir.
cover. Bushfire is inbuilt cover, whereas forest fire can be covered by the payment of additional premium, right? Then impact damage due to insured zone vehicle and the articles from there from. Here, what we saw in the impact damage, railroad vehicle and animal not belonging to the insured, right? In the perils
Yes, sir.
code, what did we see? Impact damage due to rail, road vehicle or animal not belonging to the insured, right? Here, what we cover, loss or damage to the insured property, insured's own vehicle we cover here, but not because of insured's animal. Own animal is anyway not at all covered under this extension. Clear? Clear, na?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, deterioration of stock in cold storage. Impact damage, shall I move further? Deterioration of stock in cold storage premises due to accidental power failure consequent to damage at the premises of power station due to an insured peril. See here, two types of coverages are available. First, we'll see failure of electric supply at the terminal ends of the electric service feeders from which the insured obtains electric supply. Got it? See, I'll give you an example of Mumbai, because as I am recent, so I'm not very particular about the other thing, other geographic areas of other states or other places. See, in Mumbai, normally Adani is the supplier of the electricity to entire Mumbai. Okay, Adani is supplying electricity to entire Mumbai from place Virar. For giving you example, I am telling you Virar. Now there is a main supply service station, electric service feeder is at Viras, okay, and at that place, any loss or damage occurs because of any insured peril, which are covered under our policy. I am staying in Andheri, and the electricity comes from the Virar. Okay. And there is some loss or damage at Virar because of any of the 12 perils covered under our policy, and they are not able to supply electricity to Andheri. So in that case, there is a temperature, there will be a variation in temperature, and there will be a loss because of variation in temperature to the stock covered under fire policy. Then it will be covered. Got it? Or confusion?
But there is a time limit for that, sir.
Hello?
We can't simply cover for this reason.
Hello? Hello, sir.
Hello.
You are not clear, audible. Just tell me.
So my doubt is that usually there is always the problem of electricity. The power gets failed, but for a claim to take place, there has a time access limit that is 24 hours.
Yes. That access will be 100% there. That access will be there. Just to understand what is covered under this extension, that I am trying to tell you. Always there will be an excess of 24 hours. For deterioration of stock cover, there is an excess of 24 hours. This is very important from examination point of view. If they ask you what is the time excess, it is 24 hours. But have you understood what I am trying to tell you? What is covered under this extension?
Yes, sir.
There is a loss or damage at the electric service feeders, because of the insured, whatever contingencies we are covering under our fire policy. Because of that, any loss is there, and because of that loss, they are not able to supply electricity to the entire other people. Right? There is a loss at the Virar which supplies to the entire Mumbai, and I am saying in Andheri, and there is a loss to the stock. Okay, at Andheri, because there is no electricity, because there was no electric supply from the electric feeders. So that is covered under our fire policy as an add-on cover. Now I will read it again. Failure of electric supply at the terminal ends of the electric service feeders from which the insured obtains electric supply directly due to damage caused by any insured peril against under this policy to property at insured premises or any electric station or substation of public electric supply undertaking from which insured obtains electric supply. There will be a time excess. And see, sometimes what happens, there is a load shedding. There is a load shedding, you know. Are you aware about load shedding?
Yeah, sir. Supply cut off for it is 1 hour, half an hour.
Yeah, it is a government deliberate load shedding. There will be there, so that will not be covered. And sometimes what happens, there were floods in Mumbai. There were floods in Mumbai in 2005. So at that time, what happened? The government intentionally disconnected the electric supply so that the people so such is exclusion under this extension. Got it now? Clear?
Okay, sir.
Okay. Okay. See, I'll give you my mobile number also. After this end of the slide, there is my mobile number. You can always, if you have any doubts, for all the candidates I'm telling you, if you have any doubts, even after lecture, you can always call me, or you can send me on my WhatsApp number your queries. I'll be definitely try to solve your queries. Okay, if sometimes what happens, if you are not able to ask in this session, after session also you can give me a call and you can ask me the queries. Okay. Deterioration of stock in the cold storage premises, change in temperature, loss or damage. So this is the at the place direct loss or damage due to operation of insured peril to machinery. Indirect loss to stocks due to variation in temperature. Excess 24 hours. See what happens if there is a fire at your premises, and because of that, there is no actual physical loss to the refrigeration system in your premises, but there was a fire in your premises. Because of that, the electric supply is not there. Okay, and in that case, any loss or damage to the ice creams or such cold storage perishable items will be covered under this add-on cover. Only for this both the things, what you have to remember is excess is 24 hours, load shedding and deliberate cut off supply by government will not be covered. These are the two important things which you should remember from examination point of view. Okay, then architect fees in excess of 3% and up to 7.5%, and depreciation removal is up to 10% will be covered under this extension. Clear? Now temporary removal of stock. As I told you, temporary removal of stock. 10% of the total sum insured for fabrication, processing, or finishing is covered. It will be held covered. Prorata condition of average is applicable. Can anybody explain what is this temporary removal of stock? See, from examination point of view, 10% of total sum insured is very important. Can anybody?
Sir, it means that some items which are transferred from that the place of, I mean, the insured place, and 10% of the total sum insured of item can go outside. If after going outside, something happened to that item, that will be
covered. It will be. Just I'll give you an example. Like Manish Malhotra. Manish Malhotra, he's a very well-known designer. So sometimes he doesn't do everything. He just give a design, and then he for the like embroidery or some other work, he hands over it to some other vendor, right? So if anything happens at that vendor's place, will be covered under this this particular extension. Clear? The 10% of the total sum insured and the condition of average is applicable. Suppose only how much is allowed under this extension to be for the processing, we can ship the stock is only 10%. Right? If the stock is removed, is 15% of total stock. Then the condition of average will be applicable. Got it, everybody?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then loss of rent and insurance of additional expenses. For this extension, what you should remember, minimum is 3 months and maximum is 36 months. And the new location should be within the same city, within the same city. These are the two important things. That is minimum 3 months के लिए हम लोग दे सकते हैं और maximum 36 months के लिए दे सकते हैं. इसके अंदर coverage जो additional coverage मिलता है. And the new accommodation should be within the same city. These are the two important points from the examination point which may be asked in the examination. Startup expenses. Startup expenses, the policy to cover startup costs necessarily and reasonably incurred consequent upon loss or damage by this policy. क्या होता है ना कि जब whenever there is a loss or damage to the property, the manufacturing activity gets halted. So in order to prevent further losses, they put some extra labor or some extra machines to reinstate the production at the normal level. So these are called the startup expenses, which are payable under a fire policy. See, now these are very important clause. Escalation clause. Many a times there are 1 or 2 questions on this escalation clause. So we'll take in detail what is escalation clause. We'll do in detail reinstatement value clause. Then we'll, local authority clause is not that important from the examination point of view, but still we'll see what is local authority clause. So first of all, we'll see escalation clause. So what is escalation clause? Hello. Hello.
Sir, it is basically the rate of the value of that item increases per day.
Yes, and the escalation during the currency, when we give a policy, when we start the policy, at that time the value of the assets, normally it is given to the assets. And what are the assets? What are the assets? You know the meaning of assets and liability. Hello.
Yes, sir.
You know the meaning of assets? Okay, I will explain. The escalation clause is given to the assets only, that is building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures, and accessories. Am I right? Escalation clause cannot be given to the
Stock materials.
Yes, stocks. It cannot be given to the stocks. Normally, what happens during the currency of the policy, we issue the policy. At that time, the value of the assets may be X amount. Okay, but during the currency of the policy, the value of those assets may increase. Okay, so if we do not give this particular thing, escalation clause, if this facility was not available to the insured, then in the event of loss, the insured will have to suffer the loss on account of underinsurance. To avoid the problems of underinsurance, this clause is there. Insured can take care of his assets by opting for the escalation clause. So how does it work? The escalation clause is given to the insured who's having building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures, and fittings. Okay. Then the escalation which is available under this extension is from 1% to 25%. Am I right? Hello?
Yes, sir.
So the questions which can be asked is the escalation is available for only building, plant and machinery. This is the one thing, and not for the stocks. This is the one important point. Second, the escalation available is up to 25% during the currency of the policy. Third, the rate applicable. What is the rate applicable for escalation clause?
So they charge 50% of the
final rate
insured premium. Yeah.
No. Just remember that examiners may twist that question. So what you should remember, the 50% of the final rate. From examination point of view, what you should remember, the rate applicable is the 50% of the final rate. Okay, 50% of the final rate. And what is the maximum escalation available under this extension is 25%.
25%.
25%. Right. So we'll take one example so that you will understand. This is the one example. Everything is visible, na? Is everything visible up to the last line?
Yes, sir.
I have given you an example here. So try. Escalation clause is applicable to building, plant and machinery, accessories. It allows an automatic increase in the sum insured from the day of inception of cover. Maximum escalation allowed is 25%. The rate applicable is 50% of the final rate on the specified increase in the sum insured. Okay. So now we'll take one example. Building is 10 crores, plant and machinery is 20 crores, stock is 50 crores, and furniture fixtures are of 70 crores. So whenever escalation, how do we calculate the premium? See, look at the answer. Sum insured for escalation, how we will select? Building, plus plant and machinery plus furniture and fixtures. We will not consider sum insured for the stocks. Everybody is getting that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So sum insured for the escalation will be हम लोगों ने जो so what we have done कि 50 crores is the total sum insured and the escalation opted is only 20%. Escalation opted is only 20%. So what would be the sum insured for the escalation is, what would be the escalated amount, escalation amount? 20% of 50 crores is 10 crores. Is everybody getting it? Or any doubts?
10 plus.
Is any doubt? Please ask. See, in example, what I have given, building is 10 crores, plant and machinery is 20 crores, stock is 50 crores, and furniture, fixtures, and fitting is 70 crores. यहाँ तक सबको पता चला? Everybody is with me for up to this?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now the escalation is only 20%. Everybody is getting that?
Yes, sir.
Premium
Right,
rate is
sir.
2 per million. Premium rate is 2 million. Now we have to calculate the escalation. First of all, we have to arrive at the what are the assets which will be considered for the escalation. That is building plus plant and machinery plus furniture and fixtures fittings. The total value of those all three assets comes to 50 crores. यहाँ तक सबको समझा?
It should, excuse me, sir. Sir, it should be 100 crores, sir.
100 crores, sir.
It should be 100 crores.
100 crores.
It should be
100 crores. The building plus plant machinery plus FFI amounts to 100 crores.
No, see, it's 70, na? 70, 80, 90, 100 crores. Sorry, it is 100 crores.
Right.
Right. So 100 crores. So this I will make correction. I'll give you the PPT, na? And I will correct it. So building is 10 crores, plant and machinery 20 crores, and furniture picture is 100 crores. 100 crores का 20% कितना आया? 20 crores, right?
20 crores.
20 crores.
20 crores. On 20 crores, we have to apply 2 per million.
Right, sir.
So that will be our premium for the escalation. 2% नहीं आएगा, 50% of 2 per million will be 1 per million to be applied on the 100 crores. Right? So this I will make correction, and I will be sharing this PPT. Na? So I will share with you the correct PPT. Right? So have you everybody is understood this?
Yes, sir.
So corrections I will make, but principal concept you have understood now. The escalation is given up to 1 to 20, up to 25% is the maximum escalation available. The rate applicable is the 50% of the final rate, and the escalation cannot be given to the stocks. Okay. See, and now tell me one thing. This escalation of 25% is available on the first day or the last day?
Sir, we have the choice on first day.
We have the choice of?
So we have the choice on first day. We can, at the inception of the policy, that is on first day, we have the choice to we can have the option.
No, in the initially escalation amount, escalation percentage we have to at the beginning of at the inception of the policy only. Okay. Right, but this 25, suppose in this particular case, the insured has opted for the 20% escalation, right? So 20% escalation amount comes to how much? Of 100 crores, 20 crores. Right? See the total. Total 100 crore का total sum insured आया 10, 20 plus 70. Right? It's 100 crores total sum insured आया. On that escalation opted is only 20%. So 100 crore का 20%, how much is that? 20 crores. Right? So now this 20 crores will be available on the first day or the last day?
On the date of inspection.
On the
date of inspection.
Okay, no. So now this you understand that this is also very important from the examination when you will be applying for scale 1 to 4. Now this question normally asked in the 1 to 4 examination. The escalation of 20,000 will be available on the last day. It's not available on the first day because the escalation amount is 1 upon 365 days. So 20 crores divided by 365 into 1. पकड़ के चलिए जो 20 crore अगर after 6 months it will be 10 crores, 100 crores plus 10 crores, and on the last day of the policy it will be total 120 crores. You are getting it what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Clear na?
Yes, sir, clear.
Okay, so the escalation of 20% or 25% is available on the last day of the policy, not on the first day of the policy. Okay, and it increases day by day. Total escalated amount divided by 365 into जितने दिन हम लोगों चाहिए ना उस दिन वो escalation available रहेगा. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Clear na? Okay.
Yes, sir.
So now reinstatement value policy. This is very important when the policy is given to the building, plant and machinery or furniture fixtures. It can be given on the reinstatement value basis. The depreciation will not be deducted from the value in the event of loss. Only from examination point of view, what you should know. एक मिनट. Reinstatement policy is given to only building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures and fittings only. The sum insured under this policy should be new reinstatement or new replacement value 2 years. देखिए, under this policy, how do we select the sum insured? Here are the policy is taken from the 1st January to 31st December 2023. So when you are issuing a policy on the 1st January 2023, you should anticipate the value of that building on 31st December 2024, and that value should be taken as the sum insured. You are getting what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
When you are arriving at when you are finalizing the sum insured for the this particular extension, means when you want to have your policy on reinstatement value basis, the value which you are selecting as a sum insured should value after 2 years. That is example, for example, 1st January to 31st December you are issuing the policy 2023. The value you should decide, you should anticipate the value of the building on 31st December 2024. That value should be taken as the sum insured. Why? That you will understand by this slide. Reinstatement should be carried out within 12 months from the date of loss. Reinstatement should be carried out within 12 months from the date of loss. Now you got why I said the value should be after 2 years when you are deciding the sum insured.
Yes, sir.
Because if a loss
sir.
takes place on 31st December 2023, loss takes place on 31st December 2023, from that particular date, how much within how many days he has to complete the reinstatement? Within 12 months.
I mean,
within 12 months.
24.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah.
Sir.
I mean, sir, the reconstruction of the year, that is, it will be, if the loss is on 31st December 2023, it should be completed before 31st December 24.
The 31st December 2000, if the loss has taken place on 31st December 2023, it should be completed within before 31st December 2024. 24. Right?
Yes, sir.
So this is the reason why we should select the sum insured after 2 years. So this is the reason. So from examination point of view, what remember is reinstatement should be carried out 12 months from the date of loss. This is one thing. The depreciation will not be considered for this extension. Until the reinstatement is carried out by the insured, the liability of the company is limited to the normal indemnity basis. Clear? Clear? Na? Suppose if it doesn't reinstate, if he doesn't reinstate the entire property within 12 months as given in the policy terms and conditions, then the insurance company will pay the loss as per the normal market value basis. That is cost of reconstruction minus depreciation. If it doesn't reinstate the building. Okay. Now, pro rata condition of average is also applicable in this case. How it works is given in the formula is the sum insured at the time of loss. The sum insured at the time of loss divided by value at the time of completion of reinstatement. Got it? So you remember this formula for this extension. What examination point of view you should remember? The reinstatement should be carried out within 12 months. Until the reinstatement is carried out, the indemnity will be on the normal reimbursement basis. Pro rata condition of average. What is the formula for the pro rata condition of average? Sum insured at the time of loss divided by value at the time of completion of reinstatement into the loss amount. Then insured has to intimate insurance company within 6 months or any extended time from the date of loss his intention to replace the property. Insured has to intimate insurance company within 6 months from the date of loss, whether he is going to reinstate the property or he wants the claim on the normal indemnity basis. Okay. Hello. I have told you about which are the important points we should think from the examination point of view. Clearly, have you understood the reinstatement value policy now?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll move further now. Local authority clause, this is not that important, only what you should know. Reinstatement value policies may be extended to cover additional cost of reinstatement incurred by the insured to comply with the regulation enforced by the local authorities. Okay. Normally, the local authority clause is comes along with the reinstatement value clause. These go hand in hand. Reinstatement value clause and local authority clause. Declaration policy is very important. Examination point of view material. Stock subject to sharp fluctuation. What is the minimum sum insured for the declaration policy? Hello? Minimum sum insured is 1 crore. This question. See now, you don't think that कि minimum sum insured is यहाँ पे तो हम लोग SFSP नहीं दे. We cannot give the SFSP policy as we have Sukshma and Laghu policies. But theoretically, this question may be asked in the examination. What is the minimum sum insured for the declaration policy? So you should answer 1 crore. Stock in railway where declaration policy cannot be given. Stock in railway sliding, stock in process, and short period basis. Clear? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So this question has been asked. What is the minimum sum insured? What is the where we cannot issue the declaration policy and the basis of valuation. So these the points which I have mentioned on this particular slide are very important from the examination point of all the 3 points. That is minimum sum insured, where policy cannot be given, or the basis of valuation. Basis of valuation you must know highest value of the stock on any day of the month or average of value at risk on each day of the month. You just remember those 4 lines. Clear?
Clear, sir.
Clear, na? Okay. So now see, we'll take as this question. There is one example given in the textbook also. How to calculate the declarations, how to solve this problem. So we'll take on this problem. You don't mind if we extend our lecture by say 20-30 minutes more after 2?
No, sir. No issues, sir.
चलेगा ना आपको कि if you want to go by 2 only, we'll see. I'll try to cover as much as possible. But if we are not able to complete before 2, I'll try to extend for some time, if you don't mind. Okay. So this is very important. Even see, I'm trying to clear all your concepts because see, basically don't study from the examination point of view only. So you have a long career in our industry when we will be clearing 13.2. After that, you will be applying for 1 to 2, 2 to 3, 3 to 4. And the fire is such a subject which will always be there, for your entire career. Till the time our competitive exams are there, this fire subject will always be there. And once you are clear in your thoughts, after every 3 years, you have to study this fire subject. So once your concepts are clear in your mind, you will be able to solve easily in future also. So that's why I'm spending a little bit more time on this declaration policy, or where the concept needs to be clear now. So that's the reason I'm taking this more. Okay. So now declaration policy, the rules of the adjustment. See, under declaration policy, what happens? Insured declares value on monthly basis, right? Everybody knows about it. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Please reply so that I can understand that you are listening to. Otherwise, what happens that on online basis, on offline classes, what happens? I can see the face of the candidate. I can see whether he's giving attention or not. But in online cases, we really don't understand whether you are listening to classes or you are working somewhere else and just so just try to little bit attend or give me answers. So insured has to declare what is the time limit for the declaration within how he should declare.
The last day of the
The
preceding
declaration
month.
should be given last day of the succeeding. Very good, very good. So this you should remember, before the last day of the succeeding month, he has to declare that. See, in case if he doesn't declare, then what will be considered for the declaration that particular month?
Sum insured, sir.
Sum insured. If he has to declare the value before the last day of the succeeding month, but he doesn't declare, he declares little bit late. Even in that case, we have to consider the declaration as the sum insured. Right? Then over declaration. Over declaration means sum insured is say pakad ke chale 10 crores hai, but he declares 12 crores. Even in that case, how much we will consider as the declaration? Sum insured. So these are the three main principles which you need to understand. No declaration, sum insured will be considered as a declaration. Delayed declaration, sum insured will be considered as a declaration, and over declaration also sum insured is the declaration. So, and what is the minimum retention? This examination point of view, 50%. Right? What is the minimum premium retention? 50%. And what is the minimum premium retention under floater policy? Can anybody?
80%.
80%.
Floater policy.
80%.
Nothing is mentioned.
Nothing. Floater is not.
Floater, there is
declaration is 80%.
floater declaration 80%, and for
80%.
floater policy there is no such requirement. Okay, great. So what we will do, we will try to solve one. Just note down somewhere. Just note down somewhere. We are going to solve one problem on the declaration policy. Calculation of provisional premium and refund of premium. Sum insured is how much? 10 crores. Sum insured is 10 crores. Calculate provisional premium, you know, na? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Provisional premium, you all are aware. Okay, on the basic sum insured, we calculate the premium. We multiplied by the rate given, and then we arrive at the provisional premium. So in this case, 10 crore is the 10 crores is the sum insured. Calculate the provisional premium. Earned premium, you are aware. What is the earned premium? On the average declarations, we calculate earned premium. Earned premium, how to? I'll tell you how to calculate that earned premium. How to arrive at the retention of premium, and the premium rate is 2 per million. So provisional premium, so you will be easily calculate 10 crores into 2 divided by 1,000. Will give you the provisional premium. Provisional premium. Right? So we'll move on to this. So this is the January. He has declared 10 crores. February declaration is 0. Okay. March 2 crores. April 3 crores. May he has not given any declaration. He has not submitted the declaration. August there is a but he has declared the value, but he has declared the values late. Hello. Then September 12 crores, October 2 crores, November 3 crores, December 5 crores, and this is the total 12 months. Now, what you have to do? What you have to do? First of all, the rules of declaration. Have you understood? No declaration. What will be considered as a declaration?
10 crore.
Sum insured.
Sum insured. That is 10 crore. In August, there is a late declaration. So in that case, again 10 crores. Okay. Now what you have to do? This 2, 3 not received. You have to insert 10 crores. Then August 2 crores. You have to remove 2 crores and you have to put there 10 crores, and you have to arrive at the total declaration. Okay. Then total declarations divided by 12 give you the average declarations. Have you understood now?
Yes, sir.
What you have to do?
Divided by 12.
See, first of all, what you have to do, February, there is a zero declaration. She has declared zero value. So we have to consider it as a zero only. May not received. So we have to consider 10 crores as the sum insured. In August, there is a late delayed declaration. So there also we have to consider 10 crores. And then we have to, the total will change here now, right? That total will change. We have to consider even September. September also see. September also there is a change. Why there will be a change? Because
over declaration.
Over declaration. So there also we have to consider as a 10 crores. So at the end, you just arrive at the final amount, divided it by 12. Whatever amount comes, on that we apply the rate. Just I'll take 2 minutes and I'll come back. Okay. Meanwhile, what you do? You calculate the provisional premium, you calculate the earned premium, and you calculate the refund of premium. Will you be able to do it?
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll just take 2 minutes and I'll come back. Okay.
Good. Good.
To solve this, or you need some more time?
Yes, sir. Solved, sir.
Solve now. So what is the retention of premium?
Retention 1 lakh, sir.
1 lakh, na? So everybody is getting 1 lakh. So I will be sharing this slide with you so that those who are not able to solve the problem, they can see this solution and solve the problem. But I think principally, have you understood how to calculate the refund of premium, how to arrive at the average sum insured, and how to calculate the earned premium and the provisional premium? Everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay, we'll move further now.
Yes, sir.
Now, floater policy. Floater policy, stock which keeps on fluctuating at various locations. It is covered under one sum insured. 10% floater. Please mute the. Can anyone who's that mic is on? Please mute that. Stock which keeps on fluctuating at various locations is covered under one sum insured. 10% floater extra is charged if stock under process block is also covered, and rate for process block is higher than the storage rate. Loading is charged on process block rate. Floater policy can be given to go down process block, stock in open. See, normally, when we write the exam, even I was a student, still I'm a student, though I'm scale 3 now, I have been preparing for this exam for so many months, so many years. So normal perception of people is that floater policy can only be given for the go down only. Am I right? Hello?
No, sir. It can be given to the.
Yes. Normal people. I had put one question in the. There is one fire mock test group on Telegram. I think I have shared that link with you now. Have you joined that group? See, we have created one Telegram group where we have posted some questions on the fire. And I will share that link in our group today. So I had posted one question in that group whether floater policy can be given to go down material store in open or process blocks, or all the above. So still people are saying that the policy can only be given to the godowns only. So it is not like that. Please remember that the protocol policy can be given to the godowns, material stored in open, and even for the process blocks. Okay. Then if the storage rate is less than the process block store rate, then we have to charge this. Always remember, we have to charge the highest rate. Okay, and the 10% floater extra is charged on the basic rate or STFI EQ rate also.
So only on the basic rate.
Anybody, any other answer? Any other answer? Okay, see, basically, when we are charging floater extra, it should be charged on all the rates, like Flexa rate, STFI rate, EQ rate, and terrorism rate. Okay, it is not charged only on the basic rate, basic fire rate. It should always be on the net rate, that is Flexa rate, STFI rate, EQ rate, and terrorism rate. You have to add all those rates together, and on that 10% you have to charge. Now tell me one thing, there are 4 locations. There are 4 locations, okay, and in all the categories, at one place, the rate is 10 paise, 20 paise, 30 paise, and 40 paise for the earthquake. Is everybody listening? The earthquake rate is, there are 4 locations to be covered under floater policy. For one location, the rate is only 10 paise. For second location, it is 20 paise. Just hypothetical exam I am giving you. At one location, it is 30 paise, and one location, it is 40 paise. So the which rate we will consider for the floater policy?
Highest rate will take.
Highest rate we have to take. Always remember this. Huh? Whenever, whether it is STFI, whether it is EQ, whether it is terrorism, or even it is a Flexa rate, we have to take always highest rate. We have to add up all the rates together, and on that 10% we have to add. Now floater policy का concept clear हो गया सबके दिमाग में?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay, now. Okay. So for floater policy, what you need to what you should remember from the examination point to 10% floater extra on all the rates together, and floater policy can be given to go down process block and stock in open also. Now floater, coming back to the floater declaration policy, it's a combination of floater and declaration policy. Minimum sum insured is 2 crores, minimum premium retention is 80%. And when you are charging the floater declaration policy, the rate charge should be basic rate, earthquake rate, EQ rate, terrorism rate plus 10% extra. Otherwise, normally what happens when we give the problem when the question comes in the examination, it will not come for you, but it has been asking in the scale 1 to 2 to 3 and 3 to 4. What do these people say? Give calculate the rate for the floater declaration policy. They give 10 locations. They give the basic rate, but here people forget to add 10% extra in case of floater declaration policy. So you always remember whether it is a floater policy or whether it is a floater declaration policy, we have to add 10% extra every time. Okay. Now contract price insurance. Contract price insurance may be asked. Contract price insurance can be given to imported goods only which are sold under contract, which is cancelled either wholly or to the extent of loss or damage. Okay. It is given to the imported goods only where the goods are sold but not delivered. If the goods are delivered, this insurance cannot be given. Clear? Then designation of property for the purpose of determining. See what happens now in some of the cases, the books are maintained as per their traditional terminology. Sometimes people may consider air conditioner as a furniture. They consider air conditioner as a furniture fixture only under the head of furniture fixture. And if we have issued the policy for the furniture fixtures fittings, and in the books of accounts of the insured, it is mentioned air conditioner as a furniture only. Then in the event of loss, we will consider air conditioner as a furniture fixture only. So this is what means for the purpose of determining where necessary the item under which any property is insured, insurers agree to accept the designation under which the property has been entered in the insured's books. In the event of loss, the surveyor will have to consider under which item of property covered the loss falls. Clear? ये तो इतना important है नहीं. See, These are the important definitions which are there in the examination. They may ask you in the exam, what is the fire load? This is given in the textbook. What is the fire resistance? What is party wall? And what is the perfect party wall? These are the definition which you should remember from examination point of view. Everybody is getting? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so these remember please, what is party wall, what is perfect party wall, fire resistance. Basically these are the definition. In all India fire tariff, people, this you should remember what is all India fire tariff. There are how many sections are there in the all India fire tariff?
8 sections, sir.
8 sections. There are, you should remember what does section 1 cover, what does section 2 cover. They will give you example. A cycle manufacturing factory is covered under which section?
Section 4, sir.
Section 4. The stock of fish will be covered under section 6. Okay, so these are the some of the typical questions which they and the shops are covered under section
3.
Hazardous good shops are covered under section.
That is good.
4. Sorry. Section 6.
If it is in shop, section 3, and it's
Yes,
the
section
godown,
3.
so section 6.
Yes, hazardous good shop also will be under section 3, and normal good shop will also be covered under section 3. Then roads will be covered under
Section 5.
Section 5. Utilities located outside. So these are the some of the questions they may ask you, so you should remember that. Now see valued policy. Valued policy already we have discussed, where the value of the property cannot be ascertained. Here we can give the valued policy. Midterm cover. Midterm cover, is it possible? We can give a midterm policy. Midterm cover
Yes,
during the cover. So what are the rules for that? 15 days waiting period. You should remember this. Insured should give a letter in writing. Okay. Request to the insurance company in writing. Payment of premium must be in cash or demand draft. It cannot be adjusted against cash deposit or bank guarantee. Clear? Now, partial insurance is not allowed except plinth and foundation. Partial insurance of machinery is not allowed except boilers. Only boilers can be covered because there is a specific policy. Suppose in a factory there is a boiler. So only boiler can be excluded from fire policy because there is a separate policy for the boilers. So boilers can be covered under a fire policy. Loading for kacha construction, then escalation clause already we have discussed. Silent risk, you are aware? Hello?
Yes, when there is no work going on, when there is no manufacturing going on for 30 days.
30 days. And what is the rate applicable? Rate applicable is 1% of or storage rate, whichever is higher.
Okay.
Okay. The next short period rates. These are the rates जो आपको याद करने पड़ेंगे. Normally क्या होता है कि एग्जाम में जो देते हैं ना कि वो देंगे what is the short period rates for the they may give you one question and they will say you the short period rates are only 6 months. They will not give you 70%. और उनका एक एग्जाम उनकी एक खासियत बताता हूँ मैं. They will ask you from 3 months to 6 months only. 5 months. So 2 months to 5 months cost, see, for 2 months it is 30%, 3 months it is 40%, 4 months it is 50%, 5 months it is 60%, 6 months it is 70%. So if you remember second month, up to 5 months it is 60 and 6 months it is 70%. So these are the short periods you should remember. Not for this study point exam, for entire your life. Whenever if you wish to appear for this promotional exam, you should remember this by heart. Because they will not be given cancellation of policy. Cancellation policy already we have done. Now FEA discount just remember this because this is a exam material. What is the rate for FEA means what does mean FEA?
Fire extinguishing appliances.
Fire extinguishing appliances discount. So hand appliances and trailer permit is 2. Now we are not giving this, but from examination point of view, they may ask you this, so you should remember the rates. 2.5, 5%, 7.5%, and 10%. Important abbreviations. These have been asked in the past. What is PML, probable maximum loss? MPL, maximum probable possible potential loss. EML, estimated maximum loss. MFL, maximum foreseeable loss. IBNR, incurred but not reported. IBNER, incurred but not enough reported. ये जो abbreviations जो यहाँ पे दिए हैं ना, वो आप जरा याद करके रखिए, शायद एक आध दूसरा आ सकता है एग्जाम में. And this everything I have picked up from triple I book only, nothing from outside. Okay. Then next, अभी claims के बारे में claims claims पे ज्यादा कुछ आता नहीं है questions, but still हम लोग questions जो देखेंगे ना यहाँ पे एक तो condition of average already we have studied, right? यहाँ पे ड्यूटीज ऑफ इंश्योर्ड वो नहीं पूछेंगे. व्हाट आर द ड्यूटीज फॉर द सेक ऑफ नॉलेज. अगर इफ यू डोंट वांट टू द एंटायर टेक्स्ट बुक, यू कैन जस्ट गो थ्रू दिस माय पीपीटी. देन राइट्स ऑफ द इंश्योरर आल्सो ऑलरेडी वी हैव डिस्कस्ड इन कंडीशंस. Then onus of proof. Onus of proof is very important from examination point of view. You should also know onus of proof, proving the loss has caused the proving loss has caused due to an insured peril is on the insured. Once insured proves that loss has caused due to an insured peril, onus of providing it otherwise shifts to the insurer. Okay? Onus of proof, proving breach of condition or warranty is upon insurers. पता चला सबसे पहले तो लॉस हुआ है मेरा, लॉस मेरा फायर की वजह से हुआ है, ये बताना किसका काम है? इंश्योर्ड का काम है. उसके बाद इंश्योरेंस कंपनी का काम क्या होता है कि बाबा ये लॉस जो हुआ है तुम्हारा, इट इज नॉट बिकॉज ऑफ द इंश्योर्ड पेरिल, वो अदरवाइज हुआ है. देन वो इंश्योरेंस कंपनी के पास आता है. ओके. लेकिन लेकिन अगर कोई कंडीशन या कोई वारंटी का ब्रीच अगर हुआ है तो वो प्रूव करना जो जिम्मेदारी है, the responsibility again shifts to the insurance company. I'll give you one example. We have issued a policy in which we have stated as a one warranty that the stock should be stored 3 feet above the ground level. What is the warranty we have put? The stock should be stored the stock should be stored above 3 feet from the ground level. But when there is a loss, our surveyor goes there and he says that the stock was stored on the ground level also. It was not stored above 3 feet level. So it is at that time the surveyor will prove that the stock was not kept 3 feet above the ground level, the loss is not payable. So this is what it means. Onus of proof of proving breach of condition or warranty is upon the insurers. Onus of proof के बारे में पता चला सबको?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, सबसे वो शायद आप ध्यान में रखें, अगर कुछ पूछते हैं तो you should be able to answer it. Now proximate cause already we have studied, we have no without prejudice. They say onus of proof very important from the examination point of view. Without prejudice is also very important. All the communication made by the insurance company to the insured is always stated. We state in the bold letters that without prejudice. Without prejudice means
You are not accepting liability.
Without accepting means we are communicating, we are conducting survey, we are telling you some loss improvement methods, survey, how to deal with the salvage, how to deal with minimize the losses, everything we are doing. But we have not accepted the liability, because if we do not write this without prejudice in the letter which we are communication which we are making with the insured, and if insured goes to the court of law and if he shows that later insurance company has done everything but he has not nowhere they have mentioned that they have not accepted the liability, in that case insurance company will have to pay that loss. So whatever communication for the claims insurance company makes, they specifically mention in the every communication it is without prejudice. Okay. Then rules of interpretation of the policy. This question may be asked. It is very important. The intention of the parties to the contract must prevail, and the intention is to be looked for in the policy itself, read as a whole. Clauses and the endorsement will override the printed matter in the body of the policy. Typewritten matter will override printed matter, and handwritten will override all other matter. If any definition is given in the policy, it will prevail. The ordinary rules of grammar and situations will apply. Benefit of doubt will always be given to the insured. अगर हम लोगों ने कुछ लिखा है पॉलिसी के अंदर जिसका 2 या 3 मीनिंग्स निकलते हैं, तो in that case जैसे बोलते हैं ना कि बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट ऑलवेज गोज टू द बैट्समैन, इन द सिमिलर वे बेनिफिट ऑफ डाउट इज ऑलवेज गिवन टू द इंश्योर्ड। अगर हम लोगों ने कुछ गलत लिखा है पॉलिसी के अंदर, तो कोर्ट विल नॉट सी दैट, दे विल गिव जजमेंट इन फेवर ऑफ द इंश्योर्ड। Important definition: value of property, depreciation. This, I think, depreciation they have asked in last year. Value of property also they have asked sometime. Betterment and market value. I think betterment was also asked last year. So these are the definition. Value of property, depreciation, betterment, market value. जरा ध्यान से पढ़ के चाहिए, कुछ क्वेश्चन आता है तो यू शुड बी एबल टू आंसर दैट क्वेश्चन। तो ये क्या है ना, कंसेप्चुअली कुछ समझाने की जरूरत नहीं है, यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड by heart the definitions or remember the definition। आता जब क्लेम आता है तो ये भी नहीं पूछते हैं, नॉर्मल जो क्लेम है जो पूछते हैं ना एग्जाम में, वो अभी बताता हूँ मैं आपको। सर्वे रिपोर्ट भी छोड़ दीजिए, डिस्चार्ज भी छोड़ दीजिए। कोई इंश्योरेंस पता है आपको? हेलो हेलो,
Yes, sir.
co-insurance you are aware na, when the same insured property is with shared by different insurers, it is called the co-insurance।
Yes, sir.
आउटस्टैंडिंग क्लेम्स भी पता है आपको? incurred but not reported, incurred but not enough report। ये भी दो एब्रिविएशंस है ना, IBNR और IBNER, वो भी आपको याद रखिए एग्जाम के पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू से। ड्यूटीज ऑफ द सर्वेयर भी की जरूरत नहीं। हाँ, ये दिस स्लाइड इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। ये जो स्लाइड है ना, इसके ऊपर ही क्वेश्चन जो पूछते हैं, दे हैव बीन आस्किंग क्वेश्चंस ऑन दिस स्लाइड ओनली। अपॉइंटमेंट ऑफ सर्वेयर विद इन 72 आवर्स, ये याद रखिए। In case of insured is not able to submit all the required documents, insured should be informed by surveyor or insurer in writing। Surveyor should be appointed within how many days? Within how many hours? 72 hours। Exam material। In case when the surveyor is appointed, surveyor goes to the survey place और वो कुछ बोल देता है कि एडिशनल सम रिक्वायरमेंट्स चाहिए होते सर्वेयर को फ्रॉम द इंश्योर्ड, तो उन्हें वो दे हैव टू इन्फॉर्म इट टू द insurer in writing। Survey report should be submitted within how many days?
30 days।
30 days। एग्जाम मटेरियल। इन नो केस shall the surveyor का जो टाइम लिमिट दिया है उन्होंने, कितने दिनों के पहले उनको लास्ट मैक्सिमम लिमिट इज गिवन टू द सर्वेयर within how many months they has to submit? Within 6 months। अगर हम लोग सर्वे रिपोर्ट रिसीव करते हैं, सर्वे रिपोर्ट रिसीव करने के बाद अगर हम लोगों को उसमें कुछ खामियां दिखती है, there are some shortcomings in the survey report, then we have to intimate to the surveyor within how many days? 15 days। 15 days। एंड हम लोगों ने एक बार उसे इन्फॉर्म कर दिया कि ये हमें रिपोर्ट पे कुछ एडिशनल एडेंडम चाहिए हमें, या ये इसकी प्रॉपर्ली हमें इन्फॉर्मेशन दे दी, तो हाउ मेनी सर्वेयर हैज टू इन्फॉर्म अस? विद इन 3 weeks। 3 weeks। ओके। क्लेम प्रोसीजर फॉर जनरल इंश्योरेंस, ये भी आप पढ़ लेना।
30 days and 7 days।
हेलो, अभी क्या हुआ? हेलो,
4 घंटे है ये गाड़ी तो
जरा म्यूट कीजिए ना, जो कौन है ना, प्लीज आई रिक्वेस्ट देम टू म्यूट देयर माइक प्लीज। सी आई हैव गिवन सम प्रॉब्लम्स ऑन दिस condition of average, then answer also I have given, then problems of the condition of average जो है ना, it is total sum insured अगर मार्केट वैल्यू से ज्यादा है, कम है, टोटल सम इंश्योर्ड मार्केट वैल्यू से अगर कम है तो हम लोग अंडर इंश्योरेंस अप्लाई करते हैं, राइट। बट अंडर इंश्योरेंस इज एप्लीकेबल फॉर ईच एंड एवरी आइटम। उसका जो एक्सप्लेनेशन है ना, तो इस प्रॉब्लम में मैंने दिया है। अगर कुछ डिफिकल्टी आती है आपको, तो यू कैन ऑलवेज कॉल मी एंड यू कैन आस्क मी द क्वेश्चन। माय नंबर इज देयर विथ यू ना, I'll be sharing my number, so you can ask me this। So these are the some of the problems on the effect of effect of pro rata average total loss। total loss में क्या होता है? Sum insured is 3 lakhs, market value is 4 lakhs and loss is 4 lakhs। So how much we will pay?
Sum insured।
Sum insured। Sum insured is the maximum liability of the insurance company under any circumstances। So this is how the total loss claims will be settled। That also I have given। And condition of contribution का contribution करना है, तो वो इस एक क्लेम्स आएंगे नहीं आपको, बट आपको एज अ एकेडमिकली पर्पस अगर आपको जानना है, if you know, तो जब after your exam also you can go through this so that you will understand the concepts of contribution. Escalation clause already we have discussed, हम लोगों ने किया है. Escalation clause भी है. Claims on reinstatement value basis. Cost of new building is 10 lakhs, less depreciation 3 crores, and depreciated value हम लोग 7 लाख दे देंगे. अगर है हम लोग मार्केट वैल्यू पे क्लेम सेटल कर रहे थे, लेकिन अगर reinstatement वैल्यू पे देना है तो हम लोग कितना क्लेम पे करेंगे?
10 lakh.
10 lakhs. Very good. Now claims on declaration policy ये भी दिया है मैंने. Claims on declaration policy पूछेंगे नहीं आपको. ये नए प्रोडक्ट्स के ऊपर एक क्लेम है. I think we are well within our time limit, so we will move on to industrial all risk policy. यहाँ पे the concept is that it is a all risk policy, covers all the risk other than exclusions. And all risk policy में क्या होता है? There are two types of policies which are prevalent in the insurance market. That is, one is named peril policy and second one is all risk policy. पता है ना आपको सबको?
Yes, sir.
Under named peril policy, what happens? We give the contingencies which we call like SFSP policy. SFSP policy is a specific standard fire and special perils policy.
Policy.
Right. Wherein we have given 12 contingencies which will be covered under our for the loss or damage. We have given 12 contingencies: fire, lightning, explosion, implosion, blah 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 blah. In all risk policy, what happens? We don't give what are the contingencies we are covering, whereas what we give the exclusions which we are in the event of loss, exclusions we mention, and not the perils to be covered under a policy we mention in all risk policy, right? So under industrial all risk policy also, there are exclusions are mentioned in the policy, right? So they have not mentioned the like हम लोग फायर पॉलिसी में जो मेंशन करते हैं या बर्गलरी पॉलिसी में जो मेंशन करते हैं ना, वो यहाँ पे नहीं किया. यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या किया कि एक्सक्लूजन्स दिए हुए, एक्सक्लूडेड प्रॉपर्टीज दिए, उन्होंने एक्सक्लूडेड लॉसेस दिए हुए हैं. ये आपको ना थोड़े से मेमोराइज करने पड़ेंगे. हाँ, अगर कोई प्रश्न वो पूछते हैं ना, तो यू शुड नो व्हाट आर द एक्सक्लूडेड लॉसेस एंड व्हाट आर द एक्सक्लूडेड प्रॉपर्टीज. लेकिन यहाँ पे जो एग्जाम में जो पूछा जाता है ना नॉर्मली, वो क्या होता है? विच इज द कंपल्सरी कवर, which is the optional cover, or which are the covers available under industrial all risk policy. It is a combination of fire, burglary, fire loss of profit policy, MBD policy, electronic equipment insurance, and machinery loss of profit policy. तो यहाँ पे क्या है ना, machinery loss of profit policy is a optional cover. Which is the optional cover? अगर आपको क्वेश्चन आता है what is the optional cover under IR policy, so what you will say?
Machinery loss of profit.
Machinery loss of policy is an optional cover. Which is the free cover available under IR policy?
Burglary policy.
Burglary policy. Burglary policy. Great. And it is a combination of this fire, burglary, fire, loss of property, MBD, boiler explosion and electronic equipment. तो यहाँ पे जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं जो नॉर्मली वही आते हैं. एक तो वो एक्सक्लूडेड प्रॉपर्टी देंगे और आपको पूछेंगे whether वो कवर्ड है या नहीं कवर्ड है. वो एक हुआ. उसके बाद इज देयर एनी सम इंश्योर्ड का कोई लिमिट है अभी आईआर पॉलिसी इशू करने के लिए? प्रीवियसली
it is
100 crores.
100 crores.
नहीं, that limit has been scrapped now, so there will not be any question. So there is no minimum sum insured requirement for issuance of the IR policy. That has been scrapped now. Even for the 50 crores of rupees, we can issue a IR policy. Okay. Is there any upper limit for the deductibles under the IR policy? So answer will be no. You can opt any higher deductibles. If 100 crore policy, you can ask for the 100 crores deductible also. So if the question asks, is there any upper limit for the you say no.
No upper limit.
No upper limit for the deductibles. उसके बाद वो क्या पूछ सकता है आपको कि stock on declaration policy cannot be covered under IR policy. Normal stock will be covered, but declaration policy cannot be stock on declaration basis cannot be covered under IR policy. So IR policy के हमने what do we need to remember for IR policy? What is the free cover? Burglary. What is an optional cover? Is MLOP. The 100 crores sum insured is requirement is not there. no upper limit for the deductibles, and stocks cannot be covered on declaration basis. Agree?
Yes,
Understood, na? So
Yes,
these
sir.
are the important for industrial or excess applicable. नॉर्मली मटेरियल डैमेज एक्सेस वो नहीं पूछेंगे आपको, पूछते हैं तो 5% ऑफ क्लेम अमाउंट सब्जेक्ट टू मिनिमम रुपीज 10 लाख। फ्लॉप का जो है, फ्लॉप यानी हायर लॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट पॉलिसी, वहां पे 7 डेज ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, 7 डेज ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, पेट्रोकेमिकल रिस्क के लिए 14 डेज ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड ग्रॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट, और एमएलओपी के लिए 14 डेज ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड ग्रॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट। ये जो फ्लॉप, पेट्रोकेमिकल रिस्क और मशीनरी लॉस ऑफ रिस्क है ना, वो आप थोड़ा याद रखिए। ओके, समझ रहे हैं ना आपको?
Yes, sir.
ओके, नाउ मूविंग ऑन टू द या जो एसएफएचपी पॉलिसी का जो हमारा एक लास्ट टॉपिक है, उसके बाद वी विल मूव ऑन टू भारत गृह सूक्ष्म लघु। ओके, एंड दैट विल कंप्लीट अवर टुडेस सेशन। नाउ फायर लॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट। फायर लॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट में हम लोग क्या कवर करते हैं, आप बताइए।
Profit, sir.
लॉस ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट, लॉस
Loss
ऑफ
of gross profit.
लॉस
Gross
ऑफ ग्रॉस
profit.
प्रॉफिट कवर। क्यों लॉस ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कब होगा अपना?
जब टर्नओवर कम होगा,
जब टर्नओवर कम होगा। टर्नओवर कम क्यों होगा?
इंडेमनिटी पीरियड में, मटेरियल डैमेज होने के कारण।
Material damage, exactly. If there is a material damage to the factory, and because of material damage, if there is a reduction in turnover, definitely there will be a reduction in gross profit. In that case, this policy will get triggered. पता चल, इतना तो पता चला सबका भी। ओके, तो हम लोग जो सम इंश्योर्ड होगा, इसके अंदर जो सम इंश्योर्ड होगा वो कितना होगा? एस्टिमेटेड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। ओके, अभी जो है ना, स्टेप बाय स्टेप हम लोग एक प्रॉब्लम भी करके बताएंगे आपको, आपको पता चलेगा। सबसे पहला तो जो फायर लॉस ऑफ प्रॉफिट पॉलिसी के लिए पहली रिक्वायरमेंट क्या है कि देयर शुड बी अ स्टैंडर्ड फायर एंड स्पेशल पेरिल पॉलिसी टू बी देयर। अगर स्टैंडर्ड फायर पॉलिसी पे है वहां पे, एंड द लॉस शुड बी पेएबल अंडर स्टैंडर्ड फायर पेरिल पॉलिसी, अगर पेएबल है तो ही एफएलओपी पॉलिसी विल गेट ट्रिगर्ड। ये पता है?
यस सर।
है ना? उसके बाद अभी जो सम इंश्योर्ड होता है, तो व्हाट इज द सम इंश्योर्ड फॉर द एफएलओपी? सम इंश्योर्ड विल बी इज इक्वल टू एस्टिमेटेड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। अभी जो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट क्या होता है? ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल टू नेट प्रॉफिट प्लस स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस, राइट? ये थोड़ा सा आपको ना रट्टा मार के रख दीजिए, व्हाट इज द ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। इसके अंदर जो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं आपको मैं बताता हूँ क्या होता है। एक तो पहले मटेरियल डैमेज प्रोविजन हम लोगों ने डिस्कस की, वो होगी। उसके बाद इंडेमनिटी पीरियड यहाँ पे कितना होगा, मिनिमम कितना है और मैक्सिमम कितना है?
3 to 36 months।
3 to 36, ये याद रखें। उसके बाद रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट का फॉर्मूला क्या है, वो आपको एक याद करना है। हम लोग एक स्टेप बाय स्टेप अगर एक प्रॉब्लम करेंगे ना तो आपको पता चल जाएगा। रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट का फॉर्मूला क्या है वो एक पूछते हैं, और बाद में आपको जो रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट का जो रेट आता है, रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट शुड बी अप्लाइड ऑन द रिडक्शन ऑफ टर्नओवर, वो आपको फाइनल अमाउंट ऑफ क्लेम पेएबल देता है। इसके अलावा आपको व्हाट इज एनुअल टर्नओवर, व्हाट इज फाइनेंशियल टर्नओवर और व्हाट इज स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर, ये 3 चीजें याद रखनी है। जो सेकंड चैप्टर है वो इतना खास आता नहीं, उसके अंदर जो रिप्लेसमेंट वगैरह है ना वो एक बार कर लीजिए आप क्या क्या है करके। लेकिन जो कंसेप्ट, जो बेसिकली जो कंसेप्ट जो क्लियर करना है ना, हाउ टू अराइव एट द एनुअल टर्नओवर क्या होता है, स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर क्या होता है, और ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कैसे कैलकुलेट करते हैं, वो सारी चीजें मैं आपको थोड़े से नटशल में आप समझ जाओगे ना, ऐसे सिंपल लैंग्वेज में लोग समझाने की कोशिश करता हूँ। तो सबसे पहले समी चोट पता चले आपका एस्टिमेटेड जो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट जो करेगा वो ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट विल बी नेट प्रॉफिट प्लस स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस। स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस क्या होते हैं बताइए आप मुझे, हिंदी चल रही है ना सबको?
सैलरी और
It is the fixed charges.
फिक्स चार्जेस।
फिक्स चार्जेस। अगर आपकी
Has to be paid every
फैक्ट्री
time.
या जैसे आपकी फैक्ट्री बंद भी हो फिर भी आपको जो चार्जेस देने पड़ेंगे ना, दे आर कॉल्ड एज स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस। बराबर क्लियर ना? अगर सिंपल लैंग्वेज में अगर हम बोलते तो फैक्ट्री बंद है फिर भी हम लोग को जो चार्जेस देने पड़ते हैं, जैसे इलेक्ट्रिसिटी बिल, आपकी फैक्ट्री बंद है फिर भी तो देने पड़ेंगे।
यस सर।
लाइक सैलरीज है, सैलरीज देने ही पड़ेंगे। गवर्नमेंट के टैक्सेस है वो देने ही पड़ेंगे, इंश्योरेंस प्रीमियम है वो तो देना ही पड़ेगा। सो दीज आर द चार्जेस व्हिच आर कॉल्ड स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस। अभी रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट क्या होता है? ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट आपको पता चला ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट क्या है? अगर आपको ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट कैलकुलेट करने के लिए बोल दूं मैं, तो आप कैलकुलेट कर पाओगे अगर प्रॉब्लम में दिया तो? सिंपल फॉर्मूला है नेट प्रॉफिट का स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस। हाँ, अगली बात है आती है रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट हाँ अपॉन टर्नओवर इनटू 100 दैट विल गिव यू रेट ऑफ ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। उसके बाद नेट प्रॉफिट इज इक्वल टू सेल्स। सेल्स एंड टर्नओवर दोनों जो वर्ड्स है वो इंटरचेंजेबल है। सेल्स एंड टर्नओवर इज द वन एंड सेम। नाउ सेल्स माइनस वेरिएबल चार्जेस माइनस स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस गिव यू द नेट प्रॉफिट। अभी वेरिएबल चार्जेस क्या होते हैं?
रॉ मटेरियल्स,
रॉ
रॉ मटेरियल।
वेरी गुड वेरी गुड। रॉ मटेरियल है, कॉन्ट्रैक्ट लेबर के जो वेजेस है होते हैं, जो प्रोडक्शन के हिसाब से वो जो चेंज होते रहते हैं ना, उसे वेरिएबल चार्जेस हम लोग बोलते हैं। ओके, तो अभी मूविंग ऑन टू द नेक्स्ट, अभी एनुअल टर्नओवर। एनुअल टर्नओवर क्या होता है? द डे व्हेन एनी लॉस ऑकर्स ऑन द फैक्ट्री साइड, उसके पहले के जो 12 महीने होते हैं उसे हम लोग एनुअल टर्नओवर बोलते हैं। लेकिन जब एग्जाम में पूछेंगे तो हम शुड नो तो व्हाट इज द एग्जैक्ट डेफिनेशन ऑफ एनुअल टर्नओवर। एनुअल टर्नओवर इज द टर्नओवर ड्यूरिंग द 12 मंथ्स इमीडिएटली बिफोर द डेट ऑफ डैमेज और डेट ऑफ लॉस। इतना तो पता चला सबको? हेलो, हाँ। This is the most recorded turnover before the fire. Before the fire occurs to interrupt the business is the turnover utilized as the basis for calculation of average purpose of the insurable amount on the gross profit. जैसे हम लोगों को annual turnover, what is the importance of annual turnover? Why we should know annual turnover? To understand whether there is a under insurance or not. To find out whether there is a under insurance or not, we should know the annual turnover. अभी आप बोलोगे कैसे? हम लोगों ने सम इंश्योर्ड सिलेक्ट किया। सम इंश्योर्ड क्या होगा? व्हाट इज द सम इंश्योर्ड अंडर ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट?
Estimated gross profit.
एस्टिमेटेड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। ओके, अगर एस्टिमेटेड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट से एनुअल टर्नओवर ज्यादा है,
Yes, sir.
हाँ, अगर ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट से एनुअल टर्नओवर ज्यादा है, इन दैट केस अंडर इंश्योरेंस विल बी एप्लीकेबल।
Yeah.
ओके, तो व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एनुअल टर्नओवर? एनुअल टर्नओवर पर के दो क्वेश्चंस आते हैं नॉर्मली। एक तो आता है व्हाट इज द एनुअल टर्नओवर? द टर्नओवर इमीडिएटली बिफोर लॉस फॉर 12 मंथ्स। पता चला? हाँ, और दूसरा इसके ऊपर क्वेश्चन जो वो लोग पूछते हैं ना, वो है कि व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ एनुअल टर्नओवर टू फाइंड आउट द अंडर इंश्योरेंस। Annual turnover will be compared with the sum insured, that is the gross profit. If the gross sum insured selected by the insured is less than the annual turnover, then in the event of final payment, the loss will be paid proportionately. Everybody clear? ये पहला भी पता चला ना, what is the sum insured, gross profit, rate of gross profit, indemnity period, पता चला ये सब?
Yes, sir.
हाँ, ओके। अभी स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर की बात करते हैं हम लोग। स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर के भी दो है, व्हाट इज द स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर और व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर। हमें क्यों जरूरी है स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर पता करना? तो सबसे पहले स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर, द टर्नओवर ड्यूरिंग दैट पीरियड इन द 12 मंथ्स immediately before the date of the damage which corresponds with the actual indemnity period. पकड़ के चले फायर 1 जनवरी 2022 को लगती है and the business is affected for the 3 months, that is 1 जनवरी से लेके 31 मार्च तक। जनवरी, फरवरी और मार्च 22 में बिजनेस अफेक्ट हुआ है। अंडरस्टूड? फैक्ट्स?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
जनवरी को आग लगी हुई है, 1 जनवरी से लेकर 31 मार्च तक बिजनेस बंद रहा, तो 3 महीने के लिए हमारा जो है लॉस हुआ था, फैक्ट्री 3 महीने बंद थी। तो उसके करस्पॉन्डिंग विद द सेम फाइनेंशियल पीरियड ऑफ द प्रीवियस फाइनेंशियल ईयर, 1 जनवरी 2021 से लेके 31 मार्च 2021 का जो टर्नओवर है उसे हम लोग स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर कहेंगे। पता चला?
Yes, sir.
फैक्ट्री बंद कब से है? 1 जनवरी 2022 से लेके 31 मार्च 2022 तक बंद है।
सेम पीरियड लास्ट ईयर में जो था उसको स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर बोलेंगे।
उसे स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर बोलेंगे। एंड व्हाट इज द इंपॉर्टेंस ऑफ स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर? अभी ये जो स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर पकड़ के चलिए, स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर हमारा 100 रुपया था, फॉर एग्जांपल, सिंपल अंडरस्टैंडिंग में बोल रहा हूँ आपको। हाँ, स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर कितना था? 100 रुपया था। और टर्नओवर ड्यूरिंग द इंडियन कहाँ से कहाँ था? 1/1/22 से लेके 31 मार्च 2022। टर्नओवर ड्यूरिंग दिस पीरियड इज ओनली 30 रुपीज। कितना?
30 रुपीज सर।
30 रुपीज। स्टैंडर्ड टर्नओवर कितना था? 100 रुपीज।
100 रुपीज।
हाँ, तो 100 माइनस 30 कितना हुआ?
70।
तो 70 is the reduction in the turnover.
Right, sir.
On this 70 rupees, we will apply, what we will apply? Rate of gross profit. Rate of gross profit apply करने के बाद जो amount आएगी, that will be the amount of loss payable.
Loss payable.
Clear अभी तक यहाँ तक सबको?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Next, moving on the further. छोटा सा सिंपल एग्जांपल मैंने एक कर लिया है। जैसे अभी आपको पता है ना, वैसे आप लोग कर सकते हो। टर्नओवर इज द 1 crore rupees, वेरिएबल चार्जेस आर 60 lakhs, स्टैंडिंग चार्जेस आर 30 lakhs। फाइंड आउट नेट प्रॉफिट एंड ग्रॉस प्रॉफिट। मैंने आंसर भी दिया है नीचे। आप कर पाओगे ना?
जी सर, कर लेंगे।
अगर आप कुछ भी अगर प्रॉब्लम आता है तो मेरा नंबर भी मैं दे रहा हूँ आपको। हाँ, आप मुझे फोन करके पूछ सकते हो। ये है ये सारे क्वेश्चंस दिए, एक क्वेरीज है, कुछ क्वेरीज है अभी तक फिलहाल। स्टिल वी हैव टू डू व्हाट वी हैव टू डू, भारत गृह रक्षा एंड भारत सूक्ष्म एंड लघु।
सर डाउट है सर।
हाँ बोले ना
सर, रिगार्डिंग दिस इंडेमनिटी पीरियड,
हाँ
it is saying it is minimum 3 months and maximum is 36 months.
हाँ
So normally, suppose someone has taken the indemnity period as 14 months.
हाँ
So what will be the charge we will take, sir? Normally, the book is saying we must charge minimum for 1 year.
Okay. So for the first year, अगर whether it is 1 month or 2 months or 3 months or 12 months, we have to take it for the 1 year only. Gross profit.
Okay, for 40 months, we have to take 2 years, or we
No,
should take
I'm coming to it. I'm coming to it. Whether for the first year, we'll consider for the first year. For the first year, see the indemnity period is selected 3 months, 4 months, 5 months, 6 months, 12 months. कुछ भी पकड़ने दीजिए. The gross profit will be considered as a yearly profit. Okay. यहाँ तक तो पता चला। उसके बाद जब हम लोग सेकेंड ईयर के लिए जाते हैं तो वो प्रोपोर्शनेटली पकड़ेंगे। 3 महीने का पकड़ेंगे, 6 महीने का पकड़ेंगे, 9 महीने का पकड़ेंगे, और 12 महीने का पकड़ेंगे। It will be a proportionality, but for the first year it will be considered as a 12 years, 12 months. Sorry. Clear?
So it will be 1 year plus 2 months.
Yes, 1 year plus 2 months. Yes, 1 year plus 2 months, 1 year plus
2 months or sure.
जो कुछ है वो. Okay.
Right, sir.
Okay. See, this is my number. I'm working with Powai branch as a senior branch manager. I have been working there for almost 30 years now. In 2022, I completed my 30 years in this industry. And my number is 9821360377. This is my WhatsApp number or Telegram number, or you can call me on this number. My email ID is jadhav.anil@yahoo.co.in, and my second number is 9702360377. This is only for the calling purpose. If you want to call me only for calling purpose, you can use this number. So hope you have understood whatever I have tried to I have tried to share whatever I have learned in this industry. So I have tried to share with you. Hope you have understood whatever I have done. Okay. So now what I'll do, we will try to cover Bharat Griha and Sukshma policy. Okay. I have prepared slides for that also. Just give me 2 minutes. I will share another slide. एक मिनट, I need to call my daughter to tell me this. Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
My new PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Visible, sir.
Bharat Griha Raksha.
Yes, sir. Bharat Griha Raksha.
Okay. So, so far we have completed our SFSP policy. Then these are the 3 important products which are now introduced by the IRDA and which is compulsory for all the 3 companies, all the 4 companies, or in fact private companies also. So it's a very simple product. एक minute. Bharat Griha Raksha policy made available for sale in India with effect from 1st April 2021. Bharat Griha Raksha policy replaced existing standard fire and special policy. For any कोई भी घर हो जहाँ पे हम लोग एज ए डिवेलिंग करके यूज करते हैं, वहां पे हम लोग SFSP पॉलिसी नहीं देंगे. हम लोग कौन सी पॉलिसी देंगे? हम लोग विल बी इशूइंग ओनली भारत गृह रक्षा पॉलिसी. Even if it is a cooperative housing society, we will be giving Bharat Griha Raksha policy only. But if the shops are on the ground floor, in that case, what we will do? See, there is a 5-story building. On the ground floor, there are shops, and first floor to 5th floor, it is occupied as a residence. So, how we will issue the policy? Hello. Hello.
As per individual risk policy, sir. If the shop is occupied by insured himself and no one is working as a commercial activity, then is covered in a Bharat Griha Raksha policy. If there is any commercial activity as like a rental property, it will be covered in Sukshma Lagu policy.
Sukshma Lagu, that's great. See, to understand for all the people what I will tell, there is a cooperative housing society. On the ground floor, there are shops, and first floor to 5th floor, it is occupied as a residence. So in this case, we will issue 2 different policies. For 1 to 5th floor, we will issue Bharat Griha Raksha policy, and for the ground floor, as it is occupied by the shops, we will issue Bharat Sukshma or Lagu, depending upon whatever the sum insured is selected by the insured. Okay, this is clear. Hello.
Yes, sir.
This is clear, na? Then suppose there is a 2-story building. First floor is occupied by the insured. Second floor is also occupied by the insured, and the ground floor is the shop. And the shop is run by the insured itself for his own livelihood. Okay, he runs that shop for his own earnings. He has not rented it out. So in that case, which policy we will issue?
Bharat Griha Raksha policy.
Bharat Griha Raksha policy only we will issue. This is the one case. And in the second position, the ground floor is occupied. The owner has rented the ground floor. And somebody else is running some grocery shop there. So in that case, what will be the condition?
We will issue the Sukshma policy or Lagu policy respect of some insured.
For the ground floor and for the first and the second floor, we will issue the Bharat Griha Raksha policy. Clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So moving further, whom policy can be issued? The policy is issued to owner or a tenant who uses the property for dwellings purpose only. If property insured is mortgaged with the bank, the policy will show the interest of the financial in the policy. Sum insured. Is there any sum insured limit? जैसे हम लोग 50 करोड़ के, there is no upper limit. Even for 100 crore, 1000 crore, we can issue the Bharat Griha Raksha policy. There is no upper sum insured or minimum. Property covered under Bharat Griha Raksha policy is home building, home contents, and contents. Right?
Yes, sir.
Then carpet area का definition इतना important नहीं है exam के लिए. For academic purpose, you can go through this carpet area concept. This is very important. The content जो होते हैं ना, home contents are divided into 2 contents, that is general contents and valuable contents. जो examination point of view से आपको जो important है, what is the amount of general contents covered free of cost? कितना करते हैं cover? What are the general contents which are covered under policy free of cost? 20% of the sum insured, 20% of the subject to maximum of rupees 10 lakhs.
10 lakhs.
Okay, this you should remember for the examination point of view. Now, general contents. What are the general contents? The general contents are the contents of the household used in your home. That is furniture, electronic items, goods, antenna, solar panels, water storage equipments, kitchen equipments, electrical equipments, clothing and apparel, and items of similar nature. Now, what are the valuable contents? Valuable contents are not automatically covered under our Bharat Griha policy. We have to pay certain amount for this subject to valuation certificate भी लगेगा. Valuable contents of your home consist of items such as jewelry, silverware, paintings, work of art, antique items, curios, and items of similar nature. Okay. Now, terrorism and earthquake are inbuilt cover under this policy. Bharat Griha, right? Hello. Hello.
Yes, sir.
ओके भूख न सबको भूख नहीं लगी है ना
No, sir.
Then under insurance is not applicable. There is no upper limit of the sum insured. No excess is applicable. अगर claim अगर आप देते हैं भारत में रक्षा का तो उसके अंदर से आपको excess applicable नहीं है. Automatic escalation of sum insured 10% annual policies per annum. Okay, long term policies are allowed for maximum 10 years. एग्जामिनेशन पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म पॉलिसीज ग्रे के लिए कितना दे सकते हैं 10 साल के लिए दे सकते हैं और मैक्सिमम एस्केलेशन 10% एवरी ईयर और 10 साल के लिए 100%. ओके, ड्वेलिंग बिल्डिंग्स इंक्लूड फर्नीचर, fittings, garage, outhouse, parking space, compound wall, retaining wall and internal roads, veranda, porch. built-in cover for dwellings हमने आपको बता दिया था वो. Bullion, unset precious stones, manuscripts, vehicles and explosives are not covered under the policy. Perils covered जो फायर है नॉर्मल जो हम लोगों ने बात की थी जैसे एसएफएसपी के अंदर ही एक्सप्लोजन इम्प्लोजन भी वही है, लाइटनिंग भी वही है, अर्थक्वेक, वोल्केनिक इरप्शन. सी यहाँ पे हम लोग अर्थक्वेक कवर करते हैं एज ए इनबिल्ट कवर, उसके साथ वोल्केनिक इरप्शन एंड अदर कन्वर्जन्स ऑफ नेचर भी हम लोग कवर करते हैं. बट अंडर एसएफएसपी पॉलिसी वोल्केनिक इरप्शन एंड अदर कन्वर्जन्स ऑफ नेचर हम लोग नहीं कवर करते थे. डू यू रिमेंबर दैट?
Yes, sir.
Only Bharat Griha, Sukshma and Laghu we cover volcanic eruption and other convergence of nature, but we don't cover under SFSP policy. Then STFI, you all are aware क्या है, subsidence landslide हम लोगों ने वो already देखा हुआ है. bush fire, हाँ वहां पे हम लोग क्या करते थे, bush fire ही कवर करते थे SFSP पॉलिसी के अंदर, राइट. लेकिन यहाँ पे हम लोग क्या कवर करते हैं, फॉरेस्ट फायर एंड जंगल फायर भी हम लोग कवर करते हैं इसके साथ. Am I right? हाँ, तो वो एक एडिशनल कवर हो जाएगा. जस्ट यू नीड टू रिमेंबर अलोंग विद द बुश फायर वी कवर फॉरेस्ट फायर एंड जंगल. आई हैव फॉरगॉट टू राइट जंगल फायर हियर, सो यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट. हाँ, नाउ इंपैक्ट डैमेज. जो इंपैक्ट डैमेज था ना, यहाँ पे भी उन्होंने क्या किया, इंपैक्ट डैमेज ऑफ एनी काइंड दैट इज डैमेज कॉज्ड बाय इंपैक्ट ऑफ और कोलिजन कॉज्ड बाय एनी एक्सटर्नल और फिजिकल ऑब्जेक्ट, व्हीकल, फॉलिंग ट्रीज, एयरक्राफ्ट, वॉल एटसेट्रा. ओके, जो एयरक्राफ्ट डैमेज था ना वो भी हम लोगों ने अभी इसी के अंदर ऐड कर दिया है. एसएफएसपी पॉलिसी के अंदर क्या था, एयरक्राफ्ट डैमेज वाज अ सेपरेट पेरिल, राइट. बट यहाँ पे भारत गृह और सूक्ष्म लघु में उन्होंने इनबिल्ट कवर कर दिया है. देन मिसाइल टेस्टिंग ऑपरेशंस, देन राइट स्ट्राइक मैलिशियस डैमेज एज ऑलरेडी वी हैव डिस्कस्ड. एक्ट ऑफ टेररिज्म भी हम लोगों ने कवर किया है. बस्टिंग एंड ओवरफ्लोइंग ऑफ वाटर टैंक्स वही है. लीकेज फ्रॉम ऑटोमेटिक स्प्रिंकलर भी वही है. नाउ दिस इज समथिंग न्यू. दिस इज समथिंग न्यू. थेफ्ट within 7 days from the occurrence of and approximately caused by any of the above. थेफ्ट जो है, अगर आग लग जाती है तो भी कोई थेफ्ट कवर करेंगे, या फ्लड आने के बाद भी अगर थेफ्ट होती है तो भी कवर करेंगे. हेलो
Sir, it should be within 7 days.
Theft should be within 7 days, but following any incidents or only fire?
Any incident.
Any incidents. Any of the 14 contingencies अगर theft होती है तो cover हम लोग. अभी just एक example पूछता हूँ आपको. आग लगी थी, हाँ आग लगी थी. the fire was extinguished by the fire brigade. ओके, उसके बाद 2 या 3 दिन के बाद कुछ लोग आते हैं, दरवाजा तोड़ के चले जाते हैं. हाँ, दरवाजा तोड़ के चले तर कुछ सामान चोरी करके लेके जाते हैं। चोरी का सामान था 1 लाख रुपए का, तो दरवाजा जो तोड़ के चले गए उसका था 40,000 rupees. So in that case, how much we can pay under this extension?
1,40,000.
Everybody is clear?
Yes, sir.
क्यों देना है करके? क्योंकि जो ये किया ना, जो दरवाजा जो तोड़ के चले गए वो भी इस एक्सटेंशन के अंदर हम लोग पे करेंगे। तो इतना पता चला सबको अभी? भारत गृह में कोई डाउट है अभी और आपके?
सर डाउट एक ही सर, जैसे कि आपने बताया पहला एग्जांपल देके,
हाँ
ऐसे कि अपना का एक घर है, मतलब उस 3 स्टोरी, ग्राउंड फ्लोर इज शॉप
हाँ
एंड ऊपर के जो 2 रेजिडेंट्स हैं।
हाँ
इस केस में प्रॉब्लम क्या आता है कि फॉर सम इंश्योर द होल बिल्डिंग सम इंश्योर सपोर्ट इज 50 lakhs, हाउ मच विल इंश्योर फॉर ग्राउंड फ्लोर? नथिंग इज मेंशन्ड एज सच, सर.
See, we have to see the principle behind deciding sum insured is the carpet area, right? हम लोग
carpet area only.
Carpet area only. So we need to bifurcate the carpet area of the ground floor and the upper floor, or 2-story. Okay. So accordingly, for the griha, we will arrive at the sum insured on the carpet area, and for the ground floor also, we have to divide the sum insured accordingly carpet area.
It means for the same building we can have different policies, whether it may be BG or it can be LU or it can be US, depending upon carpet area and the sum insured.
Yes, carpet area and the sum insured. See, basically cost of construction is multiplied by the carpet area. That will give you the sum insured, and depending upon the sum insured, you can issue the BG or Laghu or Sukshma, right?
Right.
For the shops I'm talking about, for if the sum insured is above 5 crores, then we can issue Laghu. If the sum insured is less than the 5 crores, then we can issue the Sukshma policy. But for the residential purpose, and he is using for the same, if it is used for the dwelling purpose, we can issue only GRIA policy.
BG policy.
Okay. Then optional covers in payment with the payment of extra premium, that is personal accident, maximum 5 lakh है दोनों के लिए. हाँ, it is for the spouse and insured, both of them. Okay. Then cover for valuable content, jewelry, silverware, workshop parts, curios and paintings subject to valuation certificate वो दे सकते हैं. जनरल एक्सक्लूजन एप्लीकेबल है, जो डेली वो जो नॉर्मल जो हमारे वो पॉलिसी में थे वही है, कुछ अलग नहीं है वो यहाँ पे उन्होंने दिए. और इम्पोर्टेंट पॉइंट्स फ्रॉम द जो एग्जाम के जो पूछ सकते हैं ना, वो है नो अपर लिमिट ऑफ द सम इंश्योर्ड, देयर इज नो एक्सेस एप्लीकेबल फॉर द गृह पॉलिसी. Automatic sum insured increase is 10% per year. Long-term policy can be issued for a maximum of 3 years. Contents of household are general contents and valuable contents. Automatic cover for general contents is 20% of the sum insured, maximum 10 lakhs. Terrorism and earthquake is inbuilt cover. Under insurance is not applicable. Automatic reinstatement of sum insured after loss at pro rata additional premium adjustment in claim payment is allowed. हाँ, this is very important. Debris removal कितना % है यहाँ पे? Hello?
2% of
2% and 5%. And architect and consulting engineer fees is 2% and 5% of claim amount. These are the I have given you important points also. So exam में पूछ सकते हैं ना. I have summarized those. That also I given. Again, now we will move on to this. Which policy? Laghu Bharat. Just 10 minutes more I will take, and then we will call for the day. Okay.
Yes, sir.
एक मिनट, न्यू शेयर.
So can we get this presentation, sir?
Yes, I will be sharing it, but today I won't be able because I have some other commitments now. So what, because I have to do some correction, that there was some error na in that first slide. So I will make correction and I will share it by tomorrow morning, or I will be coming late in the night today. So even after that I will share. Now this PPT is visible. Bharat Laghu Sukshma.
Yes, sir.
You can see this now. See, now we are moving on to Bharat Sukshma and Laghu. Bharat Sukshma and Laghu policies are applicable for offices, hotels, shops, industrial manufacturing base, utilities located outside the compound of the industrial manufacturing base, storage raised outside the compound of industrial manufacturers and tank farms etc. पता चला भारत गृह एंड सूक्ष्म लघु हम लोग कहाँ दे सकते हैं। उसके बाद whom policy can be issued? The policy issued to the owner or occupier of the premises who uses the property for commercial purpose only. ये भारत गृह सूक्ष्म और लघु कहाँ पे देते हैं, जहाँ पे कमर्शियल एक्टिविटी की जाती है ना, उसी के लिए हम लोग ये पॉलिसी देते हैं। यहाँ पे हम लोग गृह पॉलिसी दे सकते क्या? नहीं। अतः सम इंश्योर्ड सूक्ष्म के लिए कितना है और लघु के लिए कितना है? इफ द अप टू 5 crores सम इंश्योर्ड है तो वी कैन इशू सूक्ष्म पॉलिसी, और 5 crores to 50 crores हम लोग लघु पॉलिसी देते हैं। Clear? Sum insured including building, plant and machinery, furniture and fixtures at any one location should not exceed 5 crore or 50 crore. If sum insured is increased during the terms of the policy at the time of renewal, appropriate समझो पकड़ के चले, अभी मेरे 5 करोड़, मैंने 4 करोड़ का मेरा सम इंश्योर्ड था। सब सुन रहे हो ना? हेलो?
Yes sir.
Yes sir.
5 करोड़ का सम इंश्योर्ड, 5 करोड़ का सम इंश्योर्ड था मेरा। हाँ, ड्यूरिंग 4 करोड़ का सम इंश्योर्ड था ड्यूरिंग द टर्म्स ऑफ द पॉलिसी। मैंने 2 करोड़ का ऐड किया उसके अंदर। मैंने 1 जनवरी को पॉलिसी ली थी, मेरी जो पॉलिसी 31 दिसंबर 2023 तक है। मैंने अगस्त में मेरे 4 करोड़ का पॉलिसी था, मैंने 2 करोड़ का एडिशन कर दिया। तो अभी क्या करेंगे हम लोग इस केस में, क्या कर सकते हैं? मेरा तो अभी 6 करोड़ हो गया, मेरा सूक्ष्म से मुझे लघु में जाना चाहिए, तो क्या करना पड़ेगा?
So we'll maintain the status quo of the policy and we'll do the on renewal, will change into the next higher one. I mean that will be shifted to LU.
At the time of renewal, the proper or suitable policy will be issued. But during the currency of the policy, we cannot change सूक्ष्म policy to लघु policy और लघु policy to सूक्ष्म policy. जैसे 6 करोड़ का सम इंश्योर्ड ड्यूरिंग द करेंसी शुरू में हम लोगों ने किया था, इसमें डिडक्ट होता है और बाद में 4 करोड़ होता है, तो हम लोग लघु का सूक्ष्म नहीं करेंगे, सूक्ष्म का लघु नहीं करेंगे। So up to the expiry policy, same policy will continue, and at the time of renewal, the proper policy will be issued. Last year एक क्वेश्चन पूछा था, तो आप जरा ये I think everybody is clear about this situation, right? And the sum insured at one location should not be more than that particular 5 crore or 50 crores. Clear? Including all the building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures, whatever have. Understood, everybody?
So it is only for one location.
Hello?
I mean, if we have total policy having 2 locations, and if combining all the locations, it is for 60 crores related issue. I mean, some one page it is 40 crores, other one is having 45 crores. So it will be 95 crores. So what should we do? We should
No, sorry, I didn't get. What you're saying? See,
so
there are 4 locations.
One location should not cross 50 crores. So if he's having one person having 3 locations.
If it is at one location above 50 crores, then definitely we won't be able to issue the policy. Laghu policy won't be able to issue.
So if you have 40 crores or 45 crores, otherwise than 50 crores, it will cross the 50 crores as a whole.
No, but at one location also it should not increase 50 crores or 5 crores.
At one location it is less than 50, but if you combine all the locations, the net, the gross value comes more than 50 crores. Suppose one is 40 crores, other is 45 crores.
No, but at one location it is more than 50 crores, na? So for that location we won't be able to issue the laghu policy. For that SFSP policy will be issued. At one location that limit is there. It should not exceed that particular limit. In that case, we won't be able to issue these policies. That one location criteria is compulsory. 5 crore or 50 crores. Okay. Then next, building, plant and machinery, furniture, fixtures. A हम लोग cover करते हैं. See, basis of sum insured I have given here. This they may ask how the basis of building, plant and machinery, fixture, fittings, reinstatement value, raw material, landed cost at premises, stock in process, input cost of stock at the time of loss, finished goods, manufacturing cost of finished goods, contract price of the goods sold but not delivered, bullion or unset precious stones, agreed value basis subject to valuation certificate. ये शायद क्वेश्चन पूछ सकते हैं आपको, तो जस्ट प्लीज ये याद रखना कैसे सब इशू डिसाइड करेंगे. ओके
यस सर.
ओके, देन पेरिल्स कवर्ड वही है जो हम लोगों ने भारत गृह में जो किए थे ना, वही पेरिल्स है, कोई खास चेंज है नहीं उसके अंदर. उसके बाद थेफ्ट वही है. यहाँ पे मैंने वो एग्जांपल ड्यूरिंग द राइट अप दिस विंडो of insured premises and takes articles of value. It costs 25,000 for repairs. Claim amount payable is rupees 60,000. Built-in covers क्या है देख लीजिए. Addition, alteration और extension. Addition जैसे हम लोगों ने escalation cost देखा था ना आपने, जो SFSP पॉलिसी में था. ड्यूरिंग द करेंसी वहां पे क्या था, सम इंश्योर्ड का ये होता था, सम इंश्योर्ड का वैल्यू इंक्रीज होता था. पर यहाँ पे क्या बताया उन्होंने कि अगर ड्यूरिंग द करेंसी ऑफ द पॉलिसी अगर हम लोग कुछ नई मशीनरी ऐड करते हैं, नया फर्नीचर ऐड करते हैं, इट विल बी कवर्ड अप टू 15% प्रोवाइडेड once those new addition are done to the factory or premises, it should be intimated to the insurance company within how many days? 7 days. ये आपको याद रखना है. ओके
यस सर.
पता चला आपको? हेलो
जी सर.
लोग जब जो नया एडिशन जो करेंगे ना, वो अगर 15% से कम है तो इट विल बी हेल्ड कवर्ड प्रोवाइडेड इट इज इंटीमेटेड टू द इंश्योरेंस कंपनी विद 7 days फ्रॉम द एडिशन ऑफ सच डेट. हाँ, अभी जो फ्लोटर कवर है जो सूक्ष्म पॉलिसी में इनबिल्ट कवर है, वी डोंट हैव टू चार्ज 10% एक्स्ट्रा. वो इनबिल्ट कवर है वहां पे. और यहाँ पे देखिए टेम्पररी रिमूवल ऑफ स्टॉक 10% है. एक मिनट, यहाँ पे कुछ ये किया मैंने लगता है. हाँ, टेम्पररी रिमूवल ऑफ स्टॉक जैसे यहाँ पे हम लोगों ने देखा था ना, कहाँ पे एज एड ऑन कवर टेम्पररी रिमूवल ऑफ 10% इज कवर्ड ऑटोमेटिकली. कवर फॉर स्पेसिफिक कंटेंट्स, कवर फॉर स्पेसिफिक कंटेंट्स ये भी आप याद रखें. मनी के लिए 50,000 है, डॉक्यूमेंट्स के लिए 50,000 है, कंप्यूटर प्रोग्रामिंग इंफॉर्मेशन के लिए 5 लाख है, और पर्सनल इफेक्ट्स ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज डायरेक्टर्स एंड विजिटर्स अप टू ₹15,000 पर पर्सन फॉर अ मैक्सिमम ऑफ 20%. ये स्लाइड में जो लिखा हुआ है ना, ये जो कवर डिटेल्स है फॉर स्पेसिफिक कंटेंट, वो याद रखें. या ये 1 to 4 में भी पूछते हैं और आपके 13.2 में भी पूछेंगे. ओके उसके बाद स्टार्टअप एक्सपेंसेस सूक्ष्म के लिए 1 लाख है, लघु के लिए 5 लाख है. जो प्रोफेशनल फीस है वो वही सेम है, 5% एंड 2%. उसके हाँ एक्सेस में सिर्फ फर्क है. आपको ना ये डायरेक्टली पूछेंगे ना, एक क्लेम देंगे. अगर आप मेरा SFSP का अगर क्लेम्स का अगर स्लाइड देखोगे ना, उसके अंदर मैंने एक क्लेम का ये डाला है, एक प्रॉब्लम डाला है. और ये जो एक्सेस है ना, वो आपको याद रखना पड़ेगा. पुलिस जब एग्जाम में ना वो देंगे नहीं, दे विल नॉट गिव सेपरेटली द एक्सेस अमाउंट. यू नीड टू रिमेंबर दैट एंड यू हैव टू अप्लाई दैट एक्सेस एट योरसेल्फ. जैसे पकड़ के दे सूक्ष्म का वो टोटल सम इंश्योर्ड दे देंगे, प्रोसेस के डिटेल देंगे, फर्नीचर का इतना था, फिक्सर्स का इतना था, तो कैलकुलेट द लॉस पेपर. सो दे एक्सपेक्ट यू टू अप्लाई द एक्सेस. ओके पता चला ना कि एक्सेस आपको याद रख के अप्लाई करना है. एग्जाम में प्रॉब्लम में नहीं देंगे वो लिख के क्वेश्चन में. जनरल एक्सक्लूजन वही है. स्टैंडर्ड एड ऑन जो है डिक्लेरेशन पॉलिसी फॉर फ्लोटर सूक्ष्म में अवेलेबल है, लघु में अवेलेबल है. फ्लोटर कवर इज इनबिल्ट, सूक्ष्म में इनबिल्ट है, और इसके अंदर अवेलेबल है एड ऑन करके. पता चला?
जी सर.
जो एड ऑन कवर्स है सूक्ष्म में सिर्फ एड ऑन कवर अगर है ना फ्लोटर पॉलिसी में, फ्लोटर कवर सूक्ष्म में अवेलेबल है, बाकी का सब एड ऑन कवर है. याद रखना ये. एक आध दूसरा क्वेश्चन आ सकता है इसके ऊपर. इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट्स वही है. सम इंश्योर्ड लिमिट अप टू 5 crores, सम इंश्योर्ड लिमिट अप टू 50 crores. फ्लोटर कवर इज इनबिल्ट इन सूक्ष्म पॉलिसी. फ्लोटर कवर एंड डिक्लेरेशन कवर इज अवेलेबल एज एड ऑन अंडर लघु पॉलिसी. एक्सेस एप्लीकेबल फॉर सूक्ष्म पॉलिसी इज 5,000 फॉर ईच एंड एवरी क्लेम. Excess applicable for Lagu is 5% of claim amount subject to minimum of 10,000. Under insurance is waived. This is very important. Under insurance, 15% is waived. Cost of removal of debris is 2%. Professional fees is 5%. Startup expenses for Sushma is 1 lakh and startup expenses for Lagu policy is 5 lakhs. And thank you so much. आपका काफी वक्त लिया मैंने. Hope at least मैंने कुछ आपका जो ज्ञान था उसमें बढ़ाने की थोड़ी सी कोशिश की है. होप आपको सब कुछ समझा होगा जो मैंने कोशिश की समझाने की. ओके सो कैन वी स्टॉप हियर टुडे?
सर लास्ट डाउट सर.
हाँ पूछिए
सर. जस्ट एक्सप्लेन रिगार्डिंग per se and one this
per se rating.
per se has one this one plan something.
One
when it is to be One risk, one premium, something is there in the book.
Per se rating we can
What
talk
is this
about.
actually? When do we should do this, sir?
Now I'll give you an example of there is one industrial estate. There is one industrial estate. There are two galas or two say we can say in one industrial factory, one industrial estate. There are two workshops. One is a engineering workshop. Okay, and second is a godown.
Okay.
One is a engineering workshop and second is a godown. So what we will do? How we will rate those two things? And those
Definitely we will rate, sir.
both the galas or both the things are owned by different persons, and there is a perfect party wall between both the galas. So you will say rate
It will be per se rating.
per se, na per risk wise you will rate. This is called per se rating. Individual rating, that is what we call. But suppose if the entire industrial estate is to be rated under one policy, in that what you will do?
Okay, it is basically it's been only for industry, sir. I mean, if the industry have within a compound, we have a workshop, residence areas. And,
No.
shops.
See, no. Normally, what happens in industrial area, there won't be residential things. It will be a totally industrial area. As per government regulations, we cannot have. It has to be separated from an industrial area. Okay, so in industrial area, there will be an office. There is one office. There is one godown. There is one factory, like that. So if it has to be rated, just you find out the answer and just let me know on WhatsApp, or you can just see it has to. There is one particular rate. 1.1 rate is there that you just go to the regulations. Have you downloaded the tariff?
Yes, I have, sir.
So just go through the general rules again. Because see what I have done, I have tried to cover the important general rules here. I have not covered everything because it is not possible within 3 years to cover. So what I'll suggest, there is one single rate that you just tell me what is that rate. If entire building is to be covered under one sum insured, then there is a different rate, and every shop or every gala, if you have to rate separately, that rating is called per se rating.
Okay, sir.
On the occupancy which is occupied by that particular shop or that gala, that is called per se rating, individual rating. Okay. Any other doubts?
Right, sir. No, sir.
Okay, then we will stop here.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you very much for listening me patiently.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.